The following program is brought to you in living color.
It is.
Yay! And there goes Jeff Cash, right?
It's Sunday afternoon, so it's time for Dot's Kid Party. Join Dot, co-host Jeff Kendall, and their guests for 2+ hours of fun, frivolity, and maybe fisticuffs. And now, here he is, your host, Dot Duckus.
Fantastic.
Yay.
Yay, Sunday, yay! No football for me, though. They played on Thursday, so they got Sunday off. So I don't have anything to distract me over there. So here I am. Yeah, here you are. All 6 of you. Yay! Yay! And who else is out there? Oh. Yeah, it's Jeff Kendall. He's here too, and his cat.
And Ace. Ace is here too.
Yes. And, oh no, not already.
And oh yes, okay, that one too.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Everyone,
I'm getting arthritis.
live long and prosper.
Yeah.
No harm.
Peace and harmony, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever. Let's see if some people are out there. Let's check out there. Oh look, James
Hi,
Farley.
James.
Oh,
Yeah.
James.
I saw him
And,
this morning. Mhm.
And yes, I did see the link, but I got it too late, so I can't use it right now. Otherwise, I would go say, "Oh, look!"
We'll keep it.
But I'd have to download it. I'd have to check the editing. I'd have to upload it. So it's thank you, but I'll have to use that on another program. Okay? But thank you. Yes. Peter is here. Hey,
Peter.
watching from Berlin.
From Berlin. Okay.
What? And Astra's on here too.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Tim Allen's here too.
Yes, Tim Allen's here.
And so is
And
Tom Cat.
here comes Gurr is here.
Tom Cat.
Yeah.
Tom Pat.
Yeah.
Tom Cat. Yes.
Well, somebody Thursday called me Tom, so I figured, okay, I'll go with it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, for all you people who are out there,
I bid you welcome.
That's good.
Bella is so nice.
Welcome.
No, don't start.
Oh, the cats are talking. Oh,
What?
the cats.
The dog heard the cat, I think.
Oh no!
Deputy dog.
Yeah,
Oh geez, animals everywhere.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah, Tim Allen doesn't have any animals, I don't think.
Tim is an
No.
animal.
Tim has
I just have a snowman.
Yes.
Oh well. We all have spoons. Ooh, take it away.
Oh boy.
Ooh. Does he still have his button? Does he still have his button? Oh yeah, he still got his button.
Yeah.
Yay.
I gotta reach for mine.
Yeah. Always have your stuff ready, Jeff. Always.
Here it is.
Always. There we go. See? What about you, Tom Cat? Where's your button?
I don't have a button.
Button. Where's the button?
Have to send him one.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, day trippers are. Hello, guys. Hello. Yes. And we remember Beans, don't we? Yes. Sure.
We do.
We also remember John
This guy.
Lennon. Yeah.
Today was that terrible day.
Mhm. Today's the 44th
44
anniversary.
years ago. Wow.
I know. Jeez. Where does the time go?
I know.
Yeah. And, one of those cases like, where were you when you found out type thing? And I remember
Yeah.
where I was. I got it off of Howard Cosell, of all things.
Mm-hmm.
That's what most people got.
That's how I learned. I was watching the football, and all of a sudden,
Yeah.
Howard Cosell told me.
I was a DJ, and I got it off the Associated Press wire.
Hmm.
And they said there's a report that John Lennon was shot, and I thought, what? I thought it was a mistake. Because here in Oklahoma, where the Central Time Zone, they didn't say he was dead until about midnight, because I stayed out the station reading the wire. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, I forget to. I think it was like 15 minutes to 11 or something like that when it came over. So do you think I was going to go to bed? Nuh-uh.
No.
Nuh-uh. So like I had.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. That's about right, Jeff, because it wasn't till close to midnight when they said he was dead.
It's gone.
I was already in bed when it happened. I found out the next morning driving to work in my car. I nearly drove the car off the road.
Whoa.
We got a phone call after 11 o'clock at night, which was a no-no in my house.
Yeah.
And my parents were pissed at me till I found out what the phone call was about. And they're like, "Oh, okay, never mind."
Well, it's funny because they were talking on their car radio. I had one of my favorite stations on. They were talking about the Beatles and John Lennon, and my first thought was, "Oh, I wonder if they've got back together," because and then it came over that he'd been killed, and that's when it was sort of like a shock to the system. Man,
Well, yeah, when it first came over,
Yeah, because the first Associated Press wire said he had been shot, and I thought, well, maybe somebody, he was wounded or something, and they didn't say he was gone until.
Yeah.
No, it took an hour before they.
That's because Yoko told the doctor, "Please let me go home and tell my son that his father's been killed. I don't want him to see it on the TV or whatever." So they gave her like an hour to get home and tell Sean, and then she went back to the hospital after that.
I kept the rest of us in suspense, though. Like, oh, he'd been shot.
Well, yeah, but that's come on. It doesn't. It's like when Linda McCartney died. McCartney waited like 3 days to tell the world. You have that right.
I understand that, though, but the rest of us were in suspense.
They belong to them, not us.
Right. And also the Associated Press live wire that played news, clips was going crazy. They're interviewing people out there. What did you see? And there are people there's people screaming. Yeah, they were that upset. And I wasn't broadcasting it, but I had it on, watching it. Would you go somewhere? But
there was this station in Binghamton, New York, that had this guy Gary Elias, who was a huge Beatles fan. In fact, a couple weeks later, they used to do the Midnight LP, and on Christmas Eve, he played the Beatles' Christmas album. He had a legit copy. First time I ever heard it. But this guy did midnight to 6 in the mornings on WAL out of Binghamton, and he just played Lennon and Beatles all night. And then the program director came in about 8 o'clock in the morning, and whoever goes on at 6, Gary Elias wouldn't let him on. He's like, "No, I'm taking your shift."
Going. Yeah.
And he's just staying there. And about 8 o'clock, the program director, he told the story. He said, "Look, you got to play something else. Okay, I understand what's going on, but you got to play something else." So Gary Elias played "Funeral for a Friend," "Love Lies Bleeding," and then went right back to Lennon and the Beatles.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget it. I stayed up pretty much the whole night.
Yeah, my shift was 6 to. We signed off at 11 at that night. Yeah, we usually sign off about 5 after. We show a little ABC News and good night, And
I still have the newspaper from the next day, Toronto Sun. I had a picture. It was the picture of John on the signing that he who will not be named, signing the autograph. That was the picture they had in the front. Yeah, so I still got that. I still got that paper, the whole paper. I got the whole paper.
Yeah,
He must not be named.
And I remember, watching the Associated Press wire, and the phone started ringing, and after the station is closed down, you do not have to answer the phone except for the emergency line. Other than that, it's not. I mean, you got bad weather, but it's not. You're considered off the air. So I just let it ring. I'm sure it was people calling to confirm, and it was,
Well, when the confirmation came, it was still a shock.
Yeah.
Like you thought, oh, maybe he got shot and survived. You know, like
Yeah, I
great-
thought he was. I thought maybe he got caught in some crossfire or something because he's coming back from the studio or something
Yeah.
weird thing or something. But to be murdered,
Yeah, we never want to think the worst in those
Yeah.
situations, right? So we create these scenarios in our brain, and
Mhm.
that's how we cope with it, right?
Yeah.
But it didn't ease the shock anymore.
No.
That's for sure.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So what happens 44 years later? Some CEO of United Healthcare gets shot on the street.
Yeah.
That's weird.
So apparently it's not safe to be in New York.
Yeah, New York City. Yeah.
Not these days, it's not. No.
Somebody that wants to kill somebody is going to do it these days. It's too easy to travel. They'll never find that guy. He's well out of the country.
Mhm.
They'll figure out exactly who it is and blah blah blah, but they'll never get him. I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I watched a couple YouTubes about that shooting, and you go down in the comments and everybody's applauding.
Yeah.
Well, that's the world we live in today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like that.
The pharma,
they screwed me out, blah blah blah.
big pharma is seen as the enemy now, So
Well, yeah. Yeah, but murder's no big deal. Don't scold your dog or yell at your wife or anything. You're the worst person in the world. But kill all the people you want. That's fine. I don't understand the world today. I really
don't. We live in a world where we've got a whole generation that grew up playing video games that were all about killing people.
Yeah.
So it's desensitized. We're desensitized to it. And that's sad. It's a sad commentary, on where our society is.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they're trying to hunt down this guy too hard.
No.
Well, they're pretty sure he left the country. He was probably out of the country an hour after he did it. He had
we found a backpack, and we got him on surveillance camera, and we got.
I'd be checking the Texas school book depository if it were me, but. They'll get him. I mean, it was on camera, and they'll.
Oh yeah, there's a picture of him. So
they'll get him. It's just a matter of when and how.
Yeah,
they'll get him.
I don't think they will. He probably is in some country with no extradition rule. Probably some Middle Eastern country.
That doesn't matter. They'll get him.
Yeah.
They were picking up shells, I guess, off the street, and they found the backpack in Central Park and all this kind of stuff, and poof, gone.
Yeah, he probably disappeared in the Central Park, and who knows, changed his clothes and all that.
Hello, Peter.
Hello.
Hello, Peter.
How's it going?
Are you really in Berlin?
Pardon?
Are you really in Berlin?
Yeah, well,
Oh, okay.
Make that up.
Okay.
Well, American sports on the TV. It might be too loud.
Okay. That's fine.
The German crisps. There you go.
Okay. Hey. Yeah. You're good.
German Pepsi.
German.
Hey. Yeah, Zero. What's it stay on the side? Zero Zucker.
Zucker. No Jeff. No Jeff Zucker there.
That's weird.
That's good.
Well, look how bright it is, though. It must be daytime in England.
It's 10:15.
Wow.
An hour ahead of England.
I know, and it looks like a pack of chickens behind you. No? Oh, no, he's in a restaurant.
He's in a restaurant, yeah.
Okay.
How's it going?
Oh, pretty good. We're talking about a kind of a bad day in our history.
Yeah.
Well, what's this thing that's happened? You said something else has happened.
Well, there was a CEO of United Healthcare was murdered on the streets of New York. a few days ago. He was shot to death.
Mhm.
That's sad as well. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but nobody cares much about on the looks of things.
How was the McRib?
Oh yeah,
I saw the video.
your McRib.
Oh, they were wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I had two, and I ate them both.
Mm-hmm.
People were going like, "Did you eat them both?" I go like, "Yeah." So, and they taste like rubber. You know, I hate those
So
things.
are these McRibs? Are they beef ribs or pork ribs?
Pork ribs.
Pork ribs. And how many ribs do you get with an order?
Well, it comes as a processed slab.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
so it's like a pork patty.
It's a good size then, eh? Decent size.
It's bigger than the bun. Picked out from the bun. I ate them both.
Oh, it comes in a bun.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
Real rib.
No, it's a pork patty.
It's not like Spam or anything like that.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Okay.
It's not really ribs. It's just
It's
pork
Yeah.
ribs. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rib meat, I guess.
Mhm.
It's like that chicken sandwich. It's just kind of.
Somehow it just lost its appeal to me.
Gene
I love
Shirley wants to know if there's a lot of graffiti in
Baby
India.
but,
Yeah, there is actually. This is my first time in Berlin. I've never been before, but it's like everywhere else, to be honest. I mean, it's a bit strange in this side of Berlin because it's still you see a bit of the old communist stuff, but then it's all got like, it feels like they've just plastered the Coca-Cola logo on everything, and it's a bit odd. But there's loads of graffiti, and it's all that same Bronx 1980s style graffiti, which you see everywhere. I see it all around Paris and London. And I feel like they should come up with something different. In New York, in the Bronx, if it's on the subway, it's kind of authentic, and that's where it came from. Why is it's everywhere else? Like, they all use that same style, that same writing style, Bronx thing. I just think it looks a bit crap in other places. But yeah, there's loads of graffiti. Loads of like anti-Russia, F Putin and all this, and like.
So, Peter, what are you doing in Berlin?
I'm just visiting a friend.
No, it's a little vacation kind of deal. Okay.
Yeah. I think last time I came on here, I was stuck inside some miserable place. I never left. I was like a couch potato. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can go down to Hamburg or something.
Yeah, enjoy yourself.
I went to Hamburg last week, and I was.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. There's not much going on there. I guess if you're a Beatles fan, there's a few things to look at, but it's kind of it was good actually. I'm glad I went.
Yeah, you go to Hamburg. You go to Hamburg, you gotta have a hamburger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've come here for. I've just been eating sausages and burgers.
Oh.
So what time is it in Germany?
18 minutes past 10.
Past
10 o'clock.
In the morning? It'd be
In
morning.
the evening. Morning or evening? Evening.
No.
Oh, evening.
At night, yeah.
Do they have McRibs there?
I didn't see. I haven't seen any. I tried to look for them in England. I couldn't after I saw the video. I couldn't find them there. They don't have them. I've never had one before.
They don't call them McRibs there. They call them Von ribs.
What are you having to eat there in Germany?
Oh, I've already eaten. I actually had Mexican food. Was very good, but, was all right.
Bratwurst or schnitzel or something?
Oh, I had a schnitzel the other day, a couple of days ago. It was good. Yeah.
And a lot of beer.
I had a big stein of beer with my schnitzel.
Yeah.
Yeah, German chocolate cake.
Yeah, much bigger than my glass. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, we envy you, Peter, being over there.
Enjoy yourself.
What's the weather like in Germany?
It's cold and grey, and I had to buy a scarf because it's so cold.
I don't envy you anything.
It's freezing. It's December, right?
What is the temperature here? It's
-7 in Tuck.
is it? I'm trying to let's see. What's 48 in Celsius? 4 or something? 4 or 5?
Yeah.
48. That's probably closer to 10, 8, 10, 7 or 8 degrees.
Yeah. That's cold.
Something like that.
Well, look, considering what it was here this past week, this is balmy.
I'm gonna go back to watching. I've been on my own today. I haven't spoken to anyone. Germans aren't very friendly and forthcoming. So sorry, I shouldn't say.
Okay.
I haven't talked at all. So it's nice to
come back sometime. See you, Peter.
Bye, Peter from Germany.
I'll go back to watching on YouTube.
Okay. See you later, Peter.
R.I.P. John.
Enjoy your time. Yeah.
Oh,
that's
so,
good.
ladies and gentlemen, that was Peter from Berlin, Germany. Checking
Peter Boothroyd from Berlin, Germany.
He's like our German correspondent.
Yeah, German English guy. English.
I don't know. I don't speak Celsius.
No, me neither.
Oh,
Yes.
I grew up at
Yeah,
the end of
that's you'll get within 5 degrees of that, something like that.
What do you say it was? 42 there? 42 degrees?
Something like that. Yeah, it was cold and gray.
Yeah, that's about 8. That's about 8 Celsius, I think. Like that.
That's too much work.
Too much. It's 54
I wonder
here.
if he was hanging out with Terry Nunn.
Oh,
yeah.
Why?
Driving on the
Yeah,
metro.
he's from Berlin, so I wondered.
Oh, look, there's Astrid Kircher. Hello.
Hello.
I like Berlin. I thought they were an awesome band. I loved it. They do. I got most of their albums. They're pretty good. I like their stuff.
Yeah, Sex Ima.
Oh, that's just crap. But a lot of their later stuff is actually quite good. It's good music.
She traveled on the metro.
They're a little too punky for the first album or so, but they got more progressive with their later stuff.
More commercial.
Well, some of it, yeah, but the big one was "Take My Breath Away," but they hate that song because they didn't write it and it wasn't indicative of the stuff they do. So to this day, they don't really like playing that song at all.
Basically a solo record. I mean,
it's kind of a Terry Nunn record. Really.
I really feel sorry. That happened to the Bangles too.
Yeah.
What was that song they had?
Whiter Shade of.
On their third album, their big hit on their third album was, I forget what it's called, but it's the same sort of thing. They didn't write it, they didn't want to do it.
Oh, Endless Flame or whatever it's called.
Yeah, Eternal Flame. Yeah, they don't. They try not to play it live.
It's not their thing.
They wanted just Susanna Hoffs to be in the video, and they're all, even Susanna Hoffs is like, no.
They did an album. They did a track as on their greatest hits album. It wasn't on a regular album called Sky High. It's amazing. Like, it's a real rocker.
Oh, wow!
Yeah.
Jigsaw song.
They were a good band. Even their reunion albums are quite good. They were a good band.
Well, Terry Nunn, I always liked her voice. She had a great voice. Powerful, like for a small woman, she had a really powerful voice.
Yep, really. She was also an actress as well.
Yeah.
Yep. How tall was she?
Well, small. I think she's kind of petite. Like, she's not like
small,
Cher, not big, but she she got a powerful voice, really powerful voice.
It's just like the other day, I found out how tall Mr. T was.
Oh, he's not very tall at all.
No, he's not.
No.
I thought like Mr. T, but I saw a picture of him standing beside Hulk Hogan. Yeah. And Hogan was way up here. Mr. T down here going, well,
it's the same with Stallone and Schwarzenegger. They're not very tall either.
Mr. Teeny.
Yeah, so I had to look it up. Mr. T is like 5'8".
Yeah, little guy.
Ooh, how imposing. Ooh,
That's taller than
the
that body was, actually. That's
Yeah, me too. I was just thinking that's not so short.
I looked it up. It said 5'8". So
I don't know what the average is, but it's under 6 feet. I think the average height for North American men, Canadian American. But
so I think when they were filming the A-Team, they had him stand on a box, make him look tall.
Those of us who are 6 feet or more, like me, it's kind of, you know, they look short, but they're probably closer to average than anything else.
Yeah.
Or see, Arnold was 2.
When I was growing up, the average height was about 5'10" for a man, but I think it's gone up a little since then.
Probably has, yeah. Probably. Yeah.
Yep. I'm 5'11" myself, so I'm.
Yeah, my dad was 5'11".
5'7", supposedly.
You are.
Supposedly, yeah.
So you're a short little guy too, then.
I didn't watch. I didn't watch that A-Team thing. If that's what you're referring to. So, like, whatever happened to the A-Team? I really didn't care. Yeah. But when stuff like that comes up, and all of a sudden something else, Mr. T comes up, and he was standing beside Hulk Hogan, I went, "Gee, he doesn't look very tall." So that was the only reason I looked it up. And no, I did not watch that Dan Monroe thing. So sometimes he's got a subject that I don't care about. You know, like whatever happened to Voices, I never watched it, so I didn't bother it. So there you go.
Pleasure Victim is a great album. Yeah, Pleasure Victim's a pretty good album for sure. They did a string of about 3 or 4 there that were just really outstanding albums. It's just, you know, it's kind of, you play it now, Berlin again. It sounds kind of dated now, but it's still, her vocals are just amazing, in my opinion. I've always liked her vocals.
Well, Vinnie Mac's always going to expand on personal stuff, though. Yeah, well, Tom Cruise.
Oh, yeah, he's a little guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like Tattoo from Fantasy Island.
He's a little bit.
He's like Tattoo.
If they remake Fantasy Island, they get Tom to play Tattoo.
Did you know Berlin played at the U.S. Festival?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they reunited here a few years ago. They did that show on, what was it, VH1, did Bands Reunited, and they actually back together, and then they sort of reformed after that. I don't know how many original members are there, but Terry Nunn is still there. But they hadn't been doing anything for years. They were kind of idle as a band, and then they were all off doing other things, you know, and a lot of it they weren't even really into music. Well, I guess they were into bands, but they were just small time sort of things. But that was a neat episode. I've watched it a couple times. It's really quite interesting because they just knocked on Terry Nunn's door, and she answered, and hi, we're from this band Reunited. You want to get Berlin back together? And blah, blah, blah. And that's how it all started. They just knocked on her door and asked if they wanted to do it. They filmed the whole thing. It was pretty cool.
Did they try to reunite the Shags?
The Shags are still together, I think.
Yeah, there's some new video of the Shags.
Dusty Spins likes to talk about that show because they tried to get the Smiths back together, and it's the shortest episode ever. Because the guy walks up to Morrissey's just after a show, and the guy runs up with a microphone. Hey, Morrissey, I'm from VH1. Would you consider getting the Smiths back together? He looks at the guy and says, "No," and walks away. That's it. Episode over. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, I think they did one for Extreme, and then Nuno Betancourt said no, but then they're back together. They made another album. So,
they planned it.
Yeah, it was a pretty neat series. I don't know if they still do that series or not, but
Well, that was
I
like
remember
several years ago.
I remember back in the 90s, they tried a couple, and most of them were failures when they tried. I mean, back then, very few of them actually, the goal was to do a show, and very few of them actually made it to the show.
Yeah.
Or they split up again.
I think they did one with Patty Smythe and Scandal too. I think they did one with those guys.
Yeah, well, she still plays with Scandal sometimes. She plays alone too, but she still plays.
And she's married to John McEnroe.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Yeah. But I don't think she has the original keyboard player. I think that's one of the guys that didn't want to do it.
Well, some of these guys have just died, like they don't.
Yeah.
Anymore. But,
and don't forget Iron Maiden's drummer just.
She's another one I like. The Patti Smythe, her first solo album was really good. It's one that Don Henley was on, and it was it's a good album.
Well, I like Scandal EP. I like the first EP they put out.
Yeah, I've got a greatest hits CD of, I think it's Patti Smythe and Scandal, so it's kind of a combination of both. It's pretty good. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Scandal only did one album. They did one album and one EP, and that's it.
Yeah, and then she went solo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And when she went solo, did she say goodbye to you?
She got talked into it, I think.
I'm going to be the warrior now.
Like Columbia, that was Columbia's thing. They were trying to talk Susanna Hoffs into going solo. Yeah, trying to talk Patti Smith, and that was their thing. Let's do solo artists.
Well, they could see the money in the
money talks.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
AC/DC knows that.
But I mean, they did it. They even did it to Cyndi Lauper, who was solo. But here she is, this red hair, half shaved off on one side, with these wild clothes and everything on the first album. Second album, she looks like Madonna. She's blonde. She's in this gold lame dress, laying on a couch. They did that to her. That's what Columbia was doing to people.
Well, girls just want to have fun.
Yeah.
This is true.
It didn't work, did it?
I guess she was showing her true colors.
No, it kind of hurt. I think it hurt Cindy's career big time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she kind of came and went pretty quick, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
I think. I mean, she still had some hits, but I think she would have been much bigger if they would have left her alone and she could have done what she wanted.
Yeah, she can sing. I liked her voice too. I got a couple of her albums. So,
she can still sing. I don't know if it's still going on. She was just doing her farewell tour. She's decided she's going to retire.
Okay.
And for the first time since like 1985, she's like playing stadiums and big events and stuff. She hasn't done it since then. She's only played smaller places.
Farewell
tour. Like, enough people want to see me that I'm going to go out to big places.
Your second farewell tour and your third farewell.
The Who.
No, I don't think she's going to do it. She has other irons in the fire. This tour.
My favorite Cyndi Lauper song was "We Have a Blue Cat."
Yeah. Okay.
They never talked the girl from Romeo Void to go solo. She had a good enough voice, but she wasn't the right type.
So Romeo Void, let's see.
No, she did. She went solo. She has solo stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She was on Material Issues, the podcast, like a year ago. She's still making music right now.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I Might Like You Better if we. Yeah, there's a song called "I Might Like You Better If We Slept Together" or something.
Yeah, and never say. Well, that's Never Say Never.
Never Say Never.
Her other hit was like "A Girl in Love Is a Complicated Thing" or something like that.
Muskrat Love was America wrote that song. It's on their third album.
Yeah, but Captain and Tennille did it too.
Well, they made it famous. America was just an album cut, but they made it a single. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, we got quiet. Good. I found this in America. The other way.
Chobani.
Pronounced Chobani.
It looks like it's got blueberries and raspberries.
Oh, it's mixed berry.
Oh, okay. I thought it was looks like vitamins for a minute. Those gummy vitamins.
So for all you
Have a
people,
gummy vitamin.
I can't find Yop in my store. So I
They
decided.
quit taking it.
What was that?
You had it. You had it a while. They kept.
I got it this past week.
Okay.
Over in America, because we don't have Yop over here. Just look in the yogurt section. Now we can't find. So I looked myself and I found Chobani.
Chobani. Okay.
And yes, Chobani yogurt is expensive. Yes, it is. It's like 3 times the price of Yop.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I guess this is about the closest to Yop you can find in America.
Mm-hmm.
But don't let that fool you. It's insure, is it?
Yeah.
Whoa. I don't know, but I bought a bottle of it. It says, let's try this stuff.
Try
And see
If you try it out, don't be far from a toilet because you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to run.
It might go right through you.
Yeah.
There, hear the crack?
Because you said you didn't like that last stuff you got.
No.
Oh, what was that? I forgot already.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but yeah,
It wasn't Yop. It was something else.
Yeah, we're trying to find a Yop substitute.
Okay.
So yeah, this was like $2.99
Okay.
or something. It was like $3 where Yop
Ooh,
was.
that's expensive for one little bottle.
I know, but you got to do it in the name of video. You know.
Okay.
So let's try it.
Okay, bottoms up.
It's all right. I don't know if I'd buy this regularly if it's like $3.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's in it. Especially when I found out this past week that high fructose corn syrup causes cancer. Thanks a lot.
Everything causes cancer if you do enough
so,
of it. Doesn't matter what it is.
So somebody says it's like a Chobani of magnesia. So like,
If you eat 5 pounds of anything for a week, it'll kill you.
Yeah.
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 It doesn't
You know,
matter
5
what
pounds
it
a day for a week, it'll kill you. You know, so.
show up. It says it's Greek.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
Greek
blackberries.
yogurt. Ooh.
It's like blackberries in there too.
It's got all kinds of stuff.
Blackberries, they're amazing out where I live. They grow wild on the side of the road, and people are always stopping picking them, and they are delicious. Like, they're amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll go out for a walk with the dogs, and there'll be a whole row of blackberries. I'll just start feeding my face. They're great.
Yeah, so in the name of YouTube, I bought this stuff.
Okay.
You know, so like to have content, you know.
Oh yeah.
You'll do almost anything. You'll buy records that you don't want just to have content.
The content. Now you just got one.
Do they?
Yeah, like
You have one of those, Doc?
I only bought one. It was expensive.
Okay. At $3, it's kind of.
Yeah, so I'll buy one to try it.
Okay.
All right. For all you people who are interested, I also bought a box of cereal that's like, what is that? You know, so be on the lookout for another cereal taste test thing. So
It's coming close.
but you know, like Boo Boo was with me, right? So like we went down the cereal aisle, and all of a sudden, like, what is that? He says, I don't know what it is. I says, I don't either, but that's a video. So, but he said, like, but look at this strawberry frosted flakes or mini Fruit Loops. I says, that's not dumb enough. I'm looking for something that's like, what? You know, so I think it was $4 a box, not that big of a box, but it's like, I don't know what that is. So yes, there will be a new cereal thing soon when I get around to it. But in the meantime,
You should just do rather than buying cereal, you should just do a review of a bowl of sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, but cereals these days are not that sugary. Look, just ask Jorgen.
Jorgen, hey, Jorgen, what's up?
Jorgen, are cereals too sweet for you?
I eat cereals every morning.
Are they too sweet for you?
Serial killer.
No.
No, it's like Frosted Flakes.
He probably wouldn't eat them every morning if they were.
Yeah.
Hello, Jorgen.
So I'm up for a little short while because James' stream lasted longer than expected. So I'm up for a short while before I have to go to bed.
Okay.
Oh, no, just
But see, Doc, you buy the expensive cereal. My cereal I bought was $2.50.
no, but see, like I have to buy cereal that's like questionable.
Oh, that they'll say, "Oh, this is good." Is it a Christmas cereal?
Like this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's like 3 times the price of
There are cereals without proper sugar, and there are cereals that are made with honey, cereals made with sugar. So
whenever I get a hankering for cereal, I just get a bowl of my dog's kibble.
Hi, James.
Yeah. Over water, milk. Yeah.
Yeah, Fruity Pebbles is gluten free.
No, that's for my son.
Hi, Dave. Long time no see.
There's a cereal in Walmart called Poop Like a Champion.
Hi, Dave.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Poop
That'd be interesting. Nice brown. What they brown?
Yeah, unless that's the box they bought. Who knows?
Look like melted milk duds or something like that.
Milk dud cereal?
No, well, it would make it look like something. Well, I mean, the cereal is called Poop Like a Champion. You get a milk dud, melt it, and it looks like something else. So, maybe an interesting cereal. Put a little sugar in it. And
I don't even remember what I picked up. It had a stupid name to it. Like I said, I gotta buy that. But that's a video just from the name of it. But I don't want to reveal it right now. Stay tuned.
Okay, wait until the video. Spoiler the video. Mm-hmm.
Yes. There is a video coming on eating some weird cereal that's like, what is that? Yeah. Exactly. Thank you, Walrus Gumboot. Yes.
True. 44 years ago.
Yes, yes. Do not forget, John Lennon died 44 years ago. This is true.
Of course, yesterday was the anniversary of Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a big day as well.
Yeah. And today is the anniversary of us entering World War II. Because, of course, we entered World War II the next day.
yeah, yesterday was Pearl Harbor attack day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and it's also the day Jeff kills his cats.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I have the perfect thing for kitty cats here someplace. Oh, where is it? Dang. I got too many of these damn things. Hey, kitty cats, listen to this. That'll do it.
A woodchuck.
It's supposed to be
we let one of our cats outside, and he was gone for a couple of days. It looks like he may have eaten a squirrel because he had a squirrel tail with him.
Looking out his mouth, it's squirrel's tail.
Yeah, seriously, yeah. And something bit him on one of his legs. He was limping for a couple of days. He's okay now, but I think a squirrel bit him.
A squirrel bit him?
Yeah, he's trying to eat the squirrel, and the squirrel bit him.
So he ate the squirrel.
Yeah.
Like me, will you?
Yeah.
He's okay now. I eat you.
I'm going to eat you for that.
Yeah.
Well, since Jorgen is only here for a short time, is there anything you wanted to share with us?
We're all here for a short time.
I haven't bought anything this week, no.
Okay.
No, you have nothing.
Nothing from Jorgen.
What about those record shows you've been going to and all that sort of thing?
There are record shows twice a year, not every week.
I don't know. It looked like Sweden was just brimming with record shows every week. Even Beetle Brad.
Maybe, but not my city.
Yeah, but you travel a lot.
Not that much, no.
Yeah, look, I've got pictures
Right,
here.
you don't know Jorgen very well, do you?
I haven't traveled that much since COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. COVID affected the world permanently, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with that.
We all live a little differently than we did before COVID.
Affected my world.
Yeah. Oh, look, here's a big question. Oh, Jorgen, how much snow do you have?
Not that much, actually. Tomorrow I will be putting up a video from a Christmas market that I visited yesterday. And there you will see how much snow we have, but it's not that much.
Are you in the south or north of Sweden?
Middle.
Oh, okay.
It's not like Erie, Pennsylvania.
There's a
Jurgen
YouTube
lives in the
channel I
north
watch.
south, the north south of Sweden.
There's a YouTube channel I watch. It's her name's
I
Danny.
assume we did. I don't know exactly the history behind the Stockholm syndrome, but as the Stockholm is a part of the name, I assume that.
Yeah. There's a YouTube channel I watch. She's a photographer. Her name's Danny something. Man, she's in the north of Sweden, and she does she photographs red squirrels all the time. It's a really interesting channel. Yeah, it's quite good. She's a real excellent photographer.
Oh, it sounds like
the reason I mentioned is I watched her show yesterday, and she's got like all kinds of snow up there right now. So, but
you
she's
watch squirrel videos, you're going to get that Squirrels at the Window channel.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like, look, we put a bag of nuts on the windowsill. What will the squirrel do?
Yes. Hi, Calvin.
Oh, Calvin's here. Hello, Calvin. Nice
Calvin.
to see you. Welcome. Bella's up there someplace. Up there someplace. I gotta get rid of some of these things.
Yep.
Danny Connor Wild is the channel. Danny Connor Wild. Anyway, she's a wildlife photographer.
Oh.
Bye, Jeff.
Never heard of her.
But where she lives is beautiful. She's out in the country, of course, and it's just beautiful.
Squirrel
out there.
donuts too.
Yeah.
Must be a lot of
Sweden's
people.
a very pretty country. It reminds me a lot of Canada, Sweden. Very similar topography. At least parts of Canada. Very nice. I'd like to visit one day. Nice
One of
place to-
these days. Yeah. Just head to Sweden and look up Jorgen. You can go to record shows together.
Sweden and Norway.
Yeah,
They're
they have them every weekend.
Yeah, apparently, yeah, that's what I thought.
Thank God, not. Because,
It's
bad enough to tell me that
ABBA albums. Oh gosh.
Pardon?
Yeah, all kinds of good stuff like the Guess Who.
who?
Who?
I don't know.
Should I show my Guess Who album collection? Is that what you're prompting here?
No, not necessarily. No. Looking for a chance to click this thing, but it's not working.
Jorgen has Guess Who. I know he's shown them before.
Yeah, I'm sure he bought them because of your
There's a lot of Guess Who nowadays.
Yeah. Maybe while Jeff's looking up something, I
I
should.
recall Jorgen has Flavors and Power in the Music, if I remember correctly.
Ah,
I have Flavors, yes.
Yeah, I think you had Power in the Music too, didn't you?
Yep, I have Power in the Music too.
that's like the last two.
But they put into the in my boxes nowadays. So I have one more also that I was hoping to find.
Yeah, motherfucker. Yeah. Woo!
I don't remember that on Sesame Street.
That's not nice, Doc. You're good.
You need to bleep that one, Doc.
Oh, Rockin', yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's one of Burton Cummings' favorite albums. It's just dedicated to rock and roll. It's a fun album. Yeah, that was from '72.
That is correct.
Well, I know. Another one, one of my favorites is Number 10. If you ever find that, Jorgen, you should pick it up. I really enjoy that album. It's got a real good mix of different styles of music on it. Starts off with it's a country song, but it sounds really good. It's a really good song.
Well, nowadays, I guess Who is starting to become a band that I'm trying to collect most of.
Yeah,
So,
well, they're worth collecting. They're really good music.
Yeah.
Katie Lang, she wasn't
Hey,
in the Guess Who.
No.
One.
But check out Number 10, Jorgen. It's a good album. One of my favorites.
I have none. I have a
That's the
45.
one with Glamour Boy from number 10. But the first track's called Take It Off My Shoulders. It's a country tune, but man, is it ever good. Really, you wouldn't think the guys would be doing country, but it's a really good tune.
Let's just say there's one Guess Who song, though, that I'm a little bit scared of getting. But if I'm going to have a complete collection, I got to have it. That's American Woman. I think that one is horrible.
Well, it's a political commentary. But
yeah, but is that kind of a stompy sing-along rock and roll that I'm very hard to.
Well, it came about as just Randy Bachman. They were at a show in Kitchener, Ontario, at a curling rink, and they were on a break, and he went back to stage. And he broke a string. He replaced a string, and he was just tuning his guitar up, and this riff came out, and the rest of the band came on, and Cummings says, "What are you playing?" He said, "I don't know." He says, "Just start singing to it. Just start singing some words." And that's how the song was born. It was out of basically a live jam session that they did. And that's their biggest song. It's one of the biggest songs to come out of Canada. But that album is excellent as well. Like it's really, American Woman obviously is on it, but there's some really outstanding tracks on that American Woman album. Hang on.
Yes, we didn't get that far, James, but yes, I was ready. Susan Day in a couple days. Turns 87 on December 10th.
How long? How big?
How big?
I mean, how old?
13?
No, I mean, how old is she?
I don't know.
She'd be in her 70s now.
Yeah, she'd be in her 70s, yeah.
She was like 17 when the show aired.
Yeah.
Just add 50 years to that.
Yeah.
So she's like, ooh, she's
ooh. 71.
71, okay.
So 50 years ago, she was 21.
21.
21.
Yeah, she would have been 21 when the show went off the air. 21, 22.
Which is about 50 years ago. So yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So she survived being a child star.
Yeah.
Much more than this guy.
Oh, he survived. He's
yeah, but he's no longer biting people, but that's okay.
He's not in the music. He's not in movie business anymore. But
no.
I think he turned out. What was it he was into? Investment planning or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. Because the second drummer is a race car driver. Hi, Robert.
Yeah, Brian.
Brian Forster. Yeah. He's a race car driver now.
Brian Forster.
Hey, RP is in the house.
Yes, hey, Robert.
We got a square up here, RP.
There's one opening.
Yeah, and he says hello to Tom.
RP.
Yeah.
What's that?
What's another good? I'm recommending albums to Jorgen here. Road Food, another really good album. That was from ’74. That was a really fun. That's the one with Wolf. Clap for the Wolfman's on that.
Oh dear.
But
if I see Guess Who, I buy them. A complete collection. So.
Yeah. Well, they've got I think like 14 or 15 studio albums. So it's quite a bit to get.
I didn't think they had that many.
Yeah. And those are just the RCA ones. They did 3 with Quality Records before they got their RCA contract. So they're more of a sort of a garage bar band kind of music back then, but you could see their evolution. And Burton Cummings, he wasn't on the first one. He joined them later. Yeah.
But to me, it will be hard to beat Flavors because that is my favorite still.
It's one nobody talks about, but that was the first one with Dominic Troiano, and I really liked the direction they were going in at that point. But it just didn't take the audience. They didn't turn on to it. But those last 2 albums are really good. I enjoy that. It's good music.
People wanted more rain dance.
Well, the genre was changing, and it was different than what the Guess Who had been doing. And I think they kind of lost their audience a little bit with those albums. But the band was growing and maturing, and I thought Troiano added a really interesting dimension, a bluesy, jazzy dimension to them, and it worked. In my opinion, it worked. But the fans didn't really take to it for whatever reason.
Well, Burton Cummings said he had his own way to rock. So.
Well, it was he went solo after Power in the Music, and I think he just sort of got to the point where he just wanted to do his own thing, because he'd been in the Guess Who for over 10 years at that point. So
10 whole years. Ooh.
Yeah, well, when you're in your 20s, that's a long time. That's a big part of your life, right? So anyway.
Yeah, I remember when he came down here. It was the Burton Cummings tour, and all he did was sit on a high school stage with a keyboard.
Yep.
And that, like, no band, just him and a keyboard.
Yeah, he does a lot of that now. He'll do that, or he tours with the Carpet Frogs. That's his band, the Carpet Frogs. But he'll do one or the other. Is how he kind of does it now. He does a lot of solo stuff.
Well, I don't know about having a Japanese album.
I'm sorry, I don't speak Japanese.
Now, when you say their first album, you're talking about their first RCA album, like We Feel Soul. Is that the one you're talking about?
Is it that easy, Doc? If you only say Japan, you take that. You take that. You only say Japan. That is coming up.
It doesn't take much to get that started.
I'm sorry, I don't speak Japanese.
Yeah, it's We Feel Soul. Yeah, so that's the first RCA album. It's actually their fourth album, but that's when they became famous with These Eyes. That was their groundbreaking track.
Yeah, it doesn't take much for me to play one of those nasty little things.
Motherfucker. Yeah. Woo!
How do I find these things?
What's next? A foul mouth big bird?
Yeah.
It wasn't one of the stupid clips where he is starting to eat vegetables.
No, we're on a yogurt kick.
Yogurt today.
Why did you find that one is the question. Not how.
Watching. Oh, wait.
Slow news day.
Robert P.
Hey,
Robert P.
Hello. Hey, look at the fuzzy face on that guy. Holy cow.
Oh.
Santa
Trying
Claus.
to look like my hero over there, Tomcat.
Tomcat, yeah. Well, somebody called me Tom on Thursday, so that's now my name.
Oh, so I can't get the hair though.
No,
My wife said I can stay on for a few minutes till dinner's ready.
I'm like Moses part of the Red Sea in the top of
The
my
government has spoken.
Yeah.
So what's for dinner, Robert P?
Well, it's going to be a whole bunch of roasted vegetables.
Ooh.
Cabbage, mushrooms, peppers, green beans. It's all put together in one giant bin, and then we roast them and we eat them.
Broccoli.
Yes, broccoli too.
Broccoli.
We were out for supper last night with friends of ours. We had roast beef and Yorkshire pudding, and oh man,
Did you say roast beast?
I haven't had a home cooked meal like that in ages. It was beautiful.
Well, I made meatloaf this morning for myself, so I'd have it along with the roasted vegetables later. But she doesn't eat meat, my wife. She's a vegetarian.
There you go.
So she can eat them all by herself. But I'm enjoying. I had nothing to share except for a couple things, but I figure I'd come up and listen.
Oh, have you got a couple things to show?
No, very little, of course.
Oh, well, let's have a look.
Go ahead.
Let's have a look. The Ivy.
Yeah. I saw that online.
It's the anthology series they've been doing. This is volume 4. You can see that it says anthology volume 4. Well, my camera's not as good as you there. Anthology volume 4. I have volume 3. Volume 3 is not as good. Volume 4 is not bad. This is the one that Stephen Schnee was stouting the other day. So I went on and found it at a reasonable price, and I got it, and it's pretty good for a lot of the songs.
He likes it.
What I'm still looking for is the newer version of the Heads Up or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
I want the lion on the cover for Badfinger. I have the 2000 issue, but I haven't found the new version of it. But these idiots on FitToBe and other people go, oh, $69.99. It's out of print. I'm like, they just re-released it. Why would you buy the old one if they've just remastered it? And the old one was from older tapes. So to me, it's and I got a couple things back here.
Okay.
If anyone's interested, let me know.
Oh,
bells.
Yeah.
Something I'm getting out of my system, I guess you call it.
I had that one once. I thought it was dreadfully boring.
I know I got these because of Paul Nestle, and you guys were just talking about earlier. But I find myself listening to the Live at the Paramount and Greatest Hits much more.
Yeah.
But I have this.
Aha!
Yeah.
5-disc set.
Okay, yeah, good.
No, I still have them on saved and everything, but someone else might wish to have this in their collection. I'm trying to eliminate certain items that is just sitting back there doing absolutely nothing.
Ooh, oh, the early Fleetwood Mac, yeah.
Yep, early Fleetwood Mac.
I had some great songs.
I enjoy them. This is more blues than it is Fleetwood Mac.
I got to get into the earlier Fleetwood Mac more because it is blues, and
Hey, I'd mail this to you in 5 seconds. It didn't cost me 3 times as much to send it.
3,000, and the mail's on strike anyway, so sit on it for a
You
while.
know, we did get a notification that UPS or USB would no longer accept things going to Canada right now.
Yeah, 'cause we're on strike.
So they said, don't bother sending it.
Yeah.
It's true. Might as well keep it to yourselves.
And it's the archival set, volume 1.
Yeah.
And that's, I think they're like 6 or 7 CDs each in volume 2. This covers the area of her I like the most, and I did really enjoy them. I think there's 5 discs each, books and everything. They're wonderful sets, but again, they're just sitting over there. Now, some people like maybe Tim and Jorgen and other don't mind stuff sitting over there for years and years.
The 2 little ones.
But I just thought someone else should be enjoying them. And
So Robert, going back to that Guess Who box, is what pressings? What mixes are they? Are they the iconoclastic ones, or does it say iconoclastic on them at all?
this says Sony Music. I don't know what we're looking at. Labels? What?
Well, I guess the company that issued them. They redid those in the early 2000s, and there's a company called Iconoclastics, and apparently they're the best sounding mixes of the Guess Who albums on CD.
This is dated 2016, I think.
Okay, it's probably not the same then.
And I'm assuming it's like Warner Brothers or something like that. Man.
Yeah, it would have the Iconoclastic logo on them.
This is 2016. And then they look kind of like this.
Yeah, that's their second
And
version.
it's got the Columbia 6i.
Yeah.
Like that.
Original album class. Yeah, I don't know. They won't be the ones I'm looking for.
And they're Sony.
Yeah.
They sound great. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just that I'm coming to a point, and maybe you haven't reached this, other people don't have to reach it, where I'm like, all this stuff is sitting here. And I've had it. I enjoy it. I still listen to it. It's still on my hard drive, still in my phone, still on my other listening things I have in my database. But I'm like, my daughter comes in here, something happens to me. All this stuff is going out to a garage sale. So it's like, should I make someone else happy while I'm still here? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And watch other people enjoy it as opposed to just watching it. And I got still 2,000 over there. It's not like I'm dumping everything.
Yeah.
But like Doc
That's a good collection. If anybody's building a Guess Who collection, that's a decent.
And I still have a few others over there. A couple I made myself. Remember what's the one called I sent you the 8-track of?
The way they were.
Yeah, now see, you can't find that one easily.
No, I know.
So I ended up getting a CD or making my own out of that. And I
did at one point find it on CD, but that was years ago, and I don't think it's available anymore. I think I actually got it off Randy Bachman's website, if I recall correctly.
And the Live at the Paramount is worth owning. You know, the larger.
Well, you want to have for that one, you want to have, I think, the 2000 edition because it's got extra tracks on it.
Yeah, mine has extra tracks.
Yeah, because they released that twice, and once was just a single album, but that was like less than half the concert. So the 2000 release is almost the full concert. I think there's 3 tracks that they did that are not on the CD, but other than that, you've got the whole concert. So,
because well, as Doc knows, Boo Boo got the Pink Floyd box set.
Still happy.
I just sent out the Led Zeppelin box set to Beetle Dustino, to add to his collection because he was thinking about it. I sent some of my nice Digipack newer Kiss CDs over to Steven. Just certain things I'm like, I haven't pulled that out.
He really is Santa Claus.
In 10 years. If there's something you're missing, let me know. You know, I got some more jazz to send over there to Oregon, but he said
I gotta listen. I gotta listen more to what I have. Still,
I got 200 jazz CDs over there.
I still have a bunch of Art Blakey to go through.
Now I got some Hank Mobley for you.
Yeah, appreciate it to have it later.
I love them all. It's not that I don't listen to them, but I have a different way of listening than what other people do. I have, like I said, the database, the hard drive, FLAC, but to pull this out again, I transferred it. It'll be on the shelf for the next 15 years. Because once I've read the book and looked at I'm done. It's basically archiving it. So I do pull my Beatles stuff out now and then and look at it. But, because I like them, certain things. I've got a whole bunch of Japanese McCartney over there.
Japanese?
3 of everything. Yes, go ahead, Doc.
That makes it right.
Want me to get the CD so you can make it work better?
No, it's okay.
Past.
Just repeat what you said.
I have the Japanese ones over there.
I'm sorry, I don't speak Japanese.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Have you ever tried to search for therapy for that, Doc?
No, I don't speak Japanese either. I think I know.
One of my favorite clips.
I don't speak that. My wife did. I don't.
Yeah, but it's one of my favorite clips, though.
Yeah.
It works for just about anything.
My brain's not working, but I had the word for hello or whatever. I can't remember anymore. Oh, here's something that got done.
Domo arigato.
Domo arigato.
Mr. Roboto.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
Looks like it actually works with the clock.
Yeah, looks good.
It's an actual clock.
I bought the 3D printer diagram for it about 8 months ago. And when this was popular.
Yeah.
I sent it to my brother who does 3D crap and said, make me some of these so I can share them with my friends. Well, it took so long that I finally got the first one. But now, like before, the story's over now. So what good is it? So I'm not going to be making any more.
Yeah, but it looks a lot better than the 45 sleeve.
Is that clock right more than twice a day, or?
It's it. It's not a working. See, there's no works.
Okay, so it's right twice a day.
Yeah, I do have clockworks. I could drill a hole and put it in them, but
yeah,
I just figured who really wants it, right?
I'd take one.
That's kind of fun.
I'll ask my brother to make me another one then, Doc. For you.
I think that's pretty neat. I like that.
this was going out to, and look, it looks like the glue's coming off already. Anyway, I'll have him make another one, but I was sending this one off to Brad.
Oh, Brad will love it.
Because he seems to like this kind of stuff hanging around his house.
Yeah.
Well, it does look neat. That looks like
Yeah,
something.
I noticed that in his last video. That he goes to a record show and he bought very few records. He mostly bought, excuse me, Brad, but crap.
Well,
he didn't buy records. Like it's a record show.
Yeah.
When I got it, the guy who was making these would have delivered one like this to you for $75.
Wow.
Okay. I bought the kit, I think, to make them because you have to pay for the plans, right? That has all the, it works in with the 3D crap. I don't know how it actually works. But I think I paid a little under $50 to get the plan. Then you can make as many as you want.
Wow.
And I had my brother make this. So technically, this cost me $50.
I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah. But now I can make as many quote as I want for just with a little bit of cost. Because this is all made with printed plastic. You get $20 a roll or whatever. I don't know. My brother does
it. Looks cool. I like that.
So okay, you will get one.
I would like one of those. Thank you.
But in the meantime,
it's a Christmas miracle.
Well, if you make it here before Brad, you can have this one. I'm worried about mailing it because these little arms might get torn off.
Don't worry about mailing it. It does look fragile too. So.
It's not. You can bang on it. It's not fragile, but these are.
Yeah.
Well,
and then
why take the chance?
I still need to put. I don't know if you can see, but I need to put one little thing of glue right there.
Yeah, they're fragile.
But everything else has been like printed with 3D and then glued on. So I'll have him make another one because he owes me as far as I'm concerned. He's the guy that makes, these for me and stuff.
See how handy they come?
And I'm not tooting anybody's horn, but I do want to support Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Matt Williams. Go 60. His wife has passed away in the last 2 months.
Yeah,
I don't know if you were aware of that.
Yeah.
So
we have a match. Ding, ding, ding.
We've gone to his site and bought a few items to try to support him and his channel. So this is something that I got, and I had one set with Paul and a shirt, which I don't have on right now. But if you can at all afford to, go and support Matt's channel. Monetarily, I mean.
Yeah.
It's at a point in his life where he may not be doing videos now, but a little extra might help him get things done. Because
he's mourning. It's a tough loss.
Well, outside of that, most people who know, when you have a partner and you lose one, you've also lost half your income.
Yeah.
On top of everything else, right?
Mm-hmm.
Usually.
True.
So I would like to support him, or at least help people support him as much as possible, just like we did when we could for our friend. Okay. People everywhere need support when possible. Even us still living. But yeah, I do like Matt's channel, and you did a show with him, right, Tomcat?
Yeah, we did. He and John Heaton and I did a 3-part review of the Get Back.
No.
What was that?
The only thing I have.
One more time, Jorgen, because Robert didn't see it.
Robert didn't see it.
What is it?
Yeah, hang on.
The picture.
Beans.
Oh. Okay.
You take what you got.
Yeah.
Well, I just thought I'd bring that up if it wasn't a problem. But there's something here somebody saw. They contact me. I'll help them out. In the meantime, we have the old Steinbeis and a stack waiting for for Doc.
Stack.
We already showed them before, remember? The
Oh,
cow stills and a bunch of other stuff sitting here.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't order anything.
Well, we still have stuff you haven't been buying 6 months. We got the cow sills, whether you want them or not. Alice Cooper, What My Nightmare 2.
Great album.
Thank you. Good.
Traveling Wilburys for you to give to a friend or relative.
Mm.
Cat Stevens' Greatest Hits, whether you want it or not.
Already have it.
Give it to a friend.
Yeah, that one
Does
too.
Boo Boo have it?
I don't know. More Cat Stevens? Give it to Tom Cat.
Yeah,
That's got to be a really good one. Now.
Well, I forget who sent it. I think Brad did, right? Didn't Brad send this to you?
I don't think so.
I thought
No,
that's where it came
I
from.
think that's Stephen Schnee thing.
Or Steven or someone sent it. And the Del Shannon collection I got for you.
Oh, Rhino?
Yeah, Rhino, or 1961 to 66, the complete UK singles.
Ooh.
Not Rhino, it's made by someone else. But
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
well, I
I
thought
picked
I
that
saw Rhino.
and a Now and Then clock.
Rhino only goes to like 63 or something. Rhino's collection.
You know, I love Brad as a friend, but he don't have to get everything.
I don't know what is my Del Shannon mess.
So I claim the Now and Then clock for Doc right now.
Oh.
Can always have another one made for Brad. Doc's got to come down before Christmas, though. I have a $20 Puffy Taco coupon in my pocket that I got for free.
Mm-hmm.
Pays for lunch for 2.
I realized I have to write down what kind of albums I have on these. So I'm not just buying duplicates.
You know, that wasn't bad sounding. That company that did like 8 discs and 1 set, they're not badly sounding. And most of them were mono.
No,
Unless you,
great.
I don't know if you listened to them yet.
I have 9 million stuff to listen to. I have a lot of Benny Moten. I'm going to go through 3 albums.
Oh, that's right. I saw those last week.
3
Hey,
double
Robert,
albums.
Did you listen to
I have
that?
9 million jazz CDs.
Okay, yeah, the Liberty
That's
one.
the Rhino one.
Yeah,
That
I
is
thought it was
Rhino.
Liberty. It is Rhino. Okay.
Yeah, it says Rhino right at the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Big
that's
horn
the
on
one.
it.
Yeah. So
Well,
like,
Robert, did you
between
listen to that website I sent you with the Beatle mixes?
yes, I did.
What do you think?
I haven't had a chance to look at it completely the way I would like to because we had things going on here.
Right.
I was in and out of the hospital for like 4 days with my friend Daryl.
sure.
I mean, 6 hours a day there or more. He's finally home, and I'm going to go there tomorrow and help take care of him. And then
I was quite impressed with the job the guy did on some of this, particularly the stuff from the Get Back sessions. A lot of the stuff, the rooftop stuff, a lot of it sounds like they recorded it in studio. It's really cleaned up quite nicely. So whatever he did, again, it's sort of like we were talking about how Mirror Spock did it. This guy seems to have taken it even a step further. So who knows?
well, I get a lot of that stuff because in Japan they're doing these, and it's a 5-disc set, and it's all separated by AI. So the first disc is a remaster, like a complete remix that they do, and the next 5 are each individual tracks done over and over. Like first one's all the drumming tracks, all the all the guitar tracks, So if you want to put them all together and make your own mix, you can do it. And then it's got a DVD that goes with it. So these come out of Japan, and there's one for every album basically so far.
Boy, that's something to get your hands on. Wow, I should look to get those.
Yeah, they come. They're not. This is about I think about $100 for the 5 CD set.
Yeah.
And it's 5 CDs and 1 DVD. And it's very good if you want to hear, the multi-track masters, part 1, part 2, part 3. And it's just all the vocal takes, all the, so, but if you're a kind of guy that wants to put them all together and do your own thing,
Yeah, the hard work's already done for you. That's really good.
Yeah, they split it all up.
Yeah.
And
This
I
looks
can't
like a
listen to the
question.
same song 10 times.
Because Tim Allen is the Rhino guy. So did Rhino buy out Razor and Tie?
He's our rhinoceros.
No, Warner might have, but Rhino didn't, as far as I know.
Yeah, but Rhino is Warner anyway.
You know, Rhino is Warner. Warner isn't Rhino, meaning that Rhino didn't buy anybody out, but that doesn't mean that Warner didn't, and some stuff might wind up on Rhino, but Rhino didn't do it. Warner, I don't know.
I had one more. It's
free.
Ooh, free.
Oh,
yeah.
free.
Mm-hmm.
And that's their 5 albums.
It doesn't have their first album on it though.
No.
Paul Rogers.
There it is.
Yeah, I have the.
That's the first one.
Yeah.
Tons of sobs. I call it tons of SOBs.
And then a nice one too, and that would be Completing It.
Free Live, yeah.
So with all this, you have basically all the free you need.
Well, it is all the free.
Just,
That's a lot of free.
these I haven't made my mind up. I have been listening to them. I've got them all transferred.
Yeah.
I've done everything I can, but you know, if someone wanted an entire set of free, you know, talk to me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Some of this stuff I find, is it got bonus tracks on them?
You know, these I don't think so. They're just the actual albums. These 5 are the way they were released.
The Highway and Free at Last aren't that great. I'm not a big fan of those albums, but the rest of it is pretty damn good.
I have to use glasses to see this stuff now. I mean, I'm getting older to where even glasses aren't enough, and I had to bring one of these dumb things out, you know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because it's like, this is from 2017 compilation set, and it's made through Universal Music Spectrum.
Yeah.
So I haven't looked at them since I transferred them. I haven't looked at them. Let me see what label they're on.
Yeah.
They're on.
Welcome to Old Geezers talking about.
They're on Island Records.
Yeah.
Well, this music surpasses Old Geezers. This is good music.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
Free as
my free album series is still posted on my channel. If anybody's interested, they go look at that.
This is Paul Rogers, right?
I do each
individual
album.
Band, yeah, and Simon Kirk as well.
Yeah, it's Paul Rogers' first band. When they got together, they were all real young. Like Simon Fraser was Simon Fraser. Simon Fraser's a university. Andy Fraser was only 16 years old when he joined them.
Mm-hmm.
And inside they were together less than a year when they recorded their first album.
Mm-hmm.
So they were kind of phenoms at the time. And of course, Paul Kossoff, who substance abused himself to death, amazing soulful guitar player. It's just, this stuff is just, you just listen to his guitar playing and it just takes you to another place. It's just amazing stuff. So very soulful. Had he lived, he would have been considered among the greats. I'm sure of that.
You listen to his stuff and you are transported to Saskatchewan.
Yeah, and he did some solo stuff after Free as well, which is just as sweet. It's really nice stuff. But man, he burned himself out. It's just tragic.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
It's a
very tragic.
I mean, when I sent the stuff to Steven with the Sabbath, like the first 2 Sabbath albums are my favorite of all time, and then we get into the Paranoid and the rest. But I like the very first Sabbath album the most. I don't know how anybody else stands, but
I grew up on Paranoid, so that's basically all I know.
What?
Paranoid and Iron Man.
Same here. I haven't heard anything else. It's not my kind of music.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if you had We Sold Our Souls for Rock and Roll, which is the greatest hit, you got almost everything you need anyway. Yeah. For the early one. I didn't really like after Ozzy left. I just didn't get into it.
Dio.
I was never into Sabbath. They're not my kind of thing either.
I liked the first two Zeppelin albums the most, and then I liked House of Holy, the third. And the four was just too popular, I think. It just drove me nuts after a while because you heard it everywhere you went. But
yeah, you gotta give it a decade. After a decade, it sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying those three are my favorite. 1, 2, and Houses of the Holy.
Physical Graffiti, Part 1.
I'm just saying those are my favorite.
One CD.
Part 1 of Physical Graffiti.
Yeah. And what happened there was I bought it as a import, right? And not knowing if it was right or wrong when I got it. The box was great, but the CDs were crap. So I threw all the CDs out. Then I started buying the CDs individual and put them back in the box where they began and got the best quality or the remasters or whatever I could get. And then it sat back there for 10 years. I'm like, out of all the box sets I have, I like the little blue box that Paul and I have that I made, off the transfers. I listened to that more than I listened to the Japanese one right here that came out in 88, 87.
Don't go that way. Don't go that way, Robert.
Which way?
What you say?
This way? Oh, the Japanese. That's a blue box.
That is a blue box.
Without the name on them.
I keep meaning to ask my sister to print it and mail it to you. I just keep forgetting. But those are transfers made right from the vinyl, and they sound, I think, some of the best.
They sound great.
Yeah, and you've A-B'd a few, so they're pretty close to the vinyl.
And you also included the EPs and the 45s, right?
Yeah.
Right. I think so.
Well, so let me just show the guys that. So with the original blue box, you got all the albums plus the rarities.
Oh yeah. European rarities.
You didn't get Magical Mystery Tour with the original box. And what else, Robert? Did you give me? Was the oldies part of this? Yeah, you didn't get
the oldies. I threw in. Yes.
You didn't get the oldies with the original blue box either.
Ooh.
Which is grossly ignored. This is part of the Beatles catalog. I don't know why they haven't.
Because it's ugly.
And then Robert also produced the singles collection on 2 CDs. And then the EP collection on 2 CDs. So it's it's basically the 3 blue boxes in 1 blue box.
Right.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's,
I bought the Japanese, came out in 98, but it's the 80s.
It's all stereo, I should add as well. So,
and the quality's not that good on some of those that came out in 87, 88. They're okay. But they redid Help, Rubber Soul. It's just not the same.
Did somebody say they were from
I'm
the
in
80s?
my 80s and I feel great.
I can't do that. And I'm in my 60s and I can't do it.
Mr. Cheater has got it over you.
I'm in my 50 and I'm 50 and can't do that.
Whoa.
I like it. Dinner's done. Well, I can wait a few more minutes.
Okay.
I was having fun with my friend. Doc, I don't get on here too often. I watched it the last few weeks in the beginning and in the end because I had Hunter here and watching the Lions game, and it's not as easy with the kids to get on.
You got to hang around right after the commercial here.
Skid tricks je van flonk. Edgy techbratic slugs. Rash socks. Crobratic slugs.
I'm at a loss. Is that Klingon? What is that?
I don't speak Japanese, Doc.
Klingon.
Speaking of Japanese.
Whoa, look at that.
This is one that I would like to try to sell. It's a complete Japanese Lennon set on high quality mini CDs.
I might be interested in that. What's
They're all as high. I've only opened them once to transfer them, and they've never been opened again.
it looks like the similar to my EAS Beatles series.
Right.
All the EAS pressings. Yeah, nice.
And it's all of them. I think it's everything that they did.
Yeah.
Starting with this one, and they're all on the labels that are represented. And even this, which is odd, you know.
Yeah.
But when I checked last, this is they claim it's going for like $360.
Oh.
And I would go $250.
I'd buy that for $1.
Now I can't give this one away, but if
No.
but I would definitely send $100 underneath the highest bid because I'm not that cheap. I think I paid $150 for it when I got it about 8 years ago.
Yeah.
It hasn't gone up in value any?
Well, yeah, it's $360 now.
Ah! You know how many McRibs that would buy?
I'm trying to see if there's a date on it because there's 2 different sets that were made.
Processed ribs.
One in 2010 and this one. I don't read Japanese. I'm trying to look.
It's really
You need that translation app on your.
Yeah. Shame my wife isn't here. She did.
Oh.
I heard. I listen to so much Japanese pop music. It's
I don't know. I can't.
Too much. Sometimes.
2001. This was 2001.
Yeah.
2010. It's all different years because based on when they were first released, I guess, in Japan. So I think this is a 2010 set. That's what this is.
Yeah.
But they're very nice. I mean, they're all highest quality Japan you can get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was one of them.
Wow.
And I've got all every Beatle Japanese too.
Wow.
And I'm like, well, how many dang Japanese do I need? I even have this one, which isn't a real one.
I have that one.
These don't have the obies on them, but they're inside. I didn't put them all on.
So now, what are they? The EAS series? What are
Well,
they?
no, they're not. They're whatever the Japanese series was at the time.
Oh, okay.
So they're all different. See, as you look. See, a lot of them are the SHCD versions, like that. Where am I bringing like that?
Yeah.
And see, some are like this.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I bought them at different times because based on cost.
Yeah.
But these can go anywhere from $25 a piece to $75 each. Some of the more expensive ones are like this one. I think they were listed for between $50 and $100 for this one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's got the booklets and everything.
Wow.
Same with the red and the blue. You can pick up for $50 a pop. And this is a little more expensive. On some reason, the Magical is expensive. You know, you got these. But I'm like, why do I have? Now this is an unofficial.
Oh yeah.
It's still pretty cool. It comes with a booklet and everything.
I think Past Masters is why we didn't get the oldies.
This is a nice one from Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas album.
And it's meant to look like the Flag series.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's, I don't know if it's legit in Japan and a import here.
Yeah.
You know, with that cover, they should call it A Hard Day's Christmas.
Yeah. But some of these, like this is the Flag series. See?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's legit over there, I think.
Yeah, I've got that.
They have different copyright laws there, so you don't know.
Yes, they do. There are all sorts of Beatles CDs over there.
These are beautiful
Yeah.
CDs, but they're not easy to find. I've had these for years, but
I've got the Japanese version of ballads myself.
yeah.
Amazing.
I'm almost done. This got gatefold.
With a dumb picture of Buddy Holly glasses on the cover.
And then this is the last one I had gotten from these are made by Sony.
Yeah.
And this is another one from Apple.
Number
Please
5.
please me. This is their version of the cover.
Okay.
Yeah.
In Japan. This is a cool one. It has a little poster and everything in it. That's cool. So that's my Japanese box. It's my blue box. And where's the lid? My sister made that for me for the lid.
Ooh, nice.
Yes.
So, and then it locks down. So all of them fit in one.
Are ready to go on traveling.
That would look good on my blue box.
Okay, I will ask my sister to clean it out. Now, see that I can send in a regular envelope.
Okay. Jorgen's taking off.
But
Good
not
night,
because
Good night. There. There.
Sorry for taking all the time up there, Jordan.
Okay. No problem.
Bye-bye. So long, Jorgen.
All right, get up! Yeah!
All right, I thought I was acting like, Brad had said he had a headache today, so I don't know if he's coming on or not.
Oh.
That time of the month, is it? For
He did send pictures. I don't want to steal his thunder, but I guess somebody saw May Pang today or this week, and she signed his poster.
Yeah, we saw those pictures.
Yeah.
He just sent those to me, and I'm like, okay.
I thought May looked like Roseanne Barr. That was my comment, but anyway.
But she still looks better than Yoko.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had purple hair, I believe.
Well, that was my comment too. I said it's too bad John didn't know May Pang when you did the Two Virgins cover.
Oh, yeah. It might have been a little better, and at that point in time,
it might have sold better. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you are right. It does look a little like my camera's crap for this.
I thought it looked like Roseanne Barr.
Yeah, a little bit.
Trying to make it happen here, but
yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, she's in her 70s now, so yeah.
Maybe for Christmas I'll ask for a better camera.
So John, I guess, would have been what, 84 now?
Sounds right.
Yeah, 40. Yeah.
Yeah, he would have been 84. It's hard to believe, eh? Just
wow.
Give perspective.
My mom just turned 82 when she was born in 42.
Yeah.
So,
Just remember, 1940.
George would have been 82.
Yeah.
George born in 42 or 43?
43, I think, for George.
Oh, my brain's
McCartney was 82. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, once you hit that age, I guess it all doesn't matter whether you're 82 or 83.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't ask all these people.
Yeah.
Another 15 years to go. I can't imagine.
Yeah.
My aunt and uncle are about 80 or 79 or 80. They just went to India. They're still there. Their 9th day trip there.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah.
And they're showing all these buildings and it's just amazing how they used to build this stuff. And now we just can't even put up 4 sticks in drywall to make it look good. And these guys are carving crap out of ivory, 1,000 years ago.
Mind you, it took them decades to do it too. So,
well, with more free labor, you can do a lot.
And besides, it took them 5 years to rebuild Notre Dame Cathedral when it took about 800 years to build it in the first place.
Yeah.
I said they didn't. A lot of these places were built with, quote, slave labor. So I'm sure it was easier to build when you're working with 2,000 people for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While we're in a lull, maybe we should check out maybe we should check out the album of the week. Look, Falling in Love is wonderful.
Like he just killed her. Like a body lying on the floor in front of the fireplace.
It looks like
to me, it looked like giving a girl a date rape drug is wonderful.
Didn't have a bare skin rug or nothing.
Blood-soaked poker lying beside her on the floor.
It looked kind of suspicious, didn't it?
It did.
It did, yeah.
That's somebody who's seen that firsthand. Like, what's going on in here?
Yes, what is this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So, Jeff, did you get anything this week?
I did.
Well, let's talk
Doc
about
isn't asking his
a couple
regulars.
of-
I just thought I'd
Yeah.
put out Doc isn't asking his regulars if they got
Couple of
anything.
eBay purchases. This is a CD from England. It is Electric Light Orchestra of the early years.
Oh.
And this is a guy named Roy Wood who was in
Oh.
the band. And it's the CD is 13 tracks with rare alternate takes and rare versions. And that. Now, this one did come from England. I'm really enjoying this one. And I'm looking for the ELO Every Album, Every Song book. And apparently it's out of stock. So I was looking at different music stores and I got thrift books. And I decided to pick up a book for another artist I really like. You may not like him, but I really do. It's the Every Album, Every Song by Peter Gabriel.
Uh-huh.
All of his albums up into I.O. It doesn't include I.O., but all of his albums and his soundtracks. It's a really, really good volume. And that's what I've got so far.
Oh, good.
I'd buy that for $1.
Yes.
It looked like they were all pirates on the front.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, pirate costume in the early years CD.
Arr.
Mm-hmm.
Arr.
Yeah, I think that's Bevan, Jeff Lynne, and Roy Wood with the cello, and they're sitting down.
Well, I really liked enjoying seeing Tomcat's gingerbread houses you showed me this week.
Yeah, we did our big, my wife's family does, this is our 5th year in a row where they did on Zoom, we build gingerbread houses and we show each other our gingerbread houses. And my wife.
Did you print all the album covers?
Yeah.
They look cool. I saw the Jethro Tull one. I thought that's pretty rare for someone.
I know. Yeah, I saw that too. I just found it by Googling Christmas album by rock stars, and these all, there's an Elvis one there, and of course I included the Partridge Family.
Exactly. I own that one, and that's not easy to find, the Jethro Tull one on CD.
No, I didn't even know it existed, to be honest. It came up. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, that's cool. So printed that out, and of course Canadian Brass being my uncle's band, and printed that out. And yeah, there was some interesting ones. And Ringo, had to get Ringo in there.
We were wondering where you got the little tiny lights that look like Smarties, but they look like little old-fashioned light bulbs.
They're just they comes with a kit. They're just little hard candies that are shaped in the shape of light bulbs. You just stick them in the icing frosting, and they'll stick there like Christmas lights.
We're thinking about doing that with Hunter and Harper. I was just wondering where it got.
So we did, for those who didn't see it, we did the what was the store called? It was a vintage vinyl store that we did, gingerbread vintage vinyl store. So that was kind of fun.
You just need a little Paul guy coming out of the store.
Yeah.
With a bag.
Yeah.
By the way, Tim, did you get anything?
Yes, I did.
Yes, he did. Let's find out.
Thanks for asking. It's only been 2 hours.
Well, we've been busy doing other things. What you got, Tim?
I went out of my usual wheelhouse.
Oh.
These are all buck. I got this Best of British Blues.
Oh yeah.
It has Clapton.
Okay, so it's got all the big names on there. That's good.
Back and you
looks like a Beat Club cover. Mm-hmm.
Got John Mayall. Must have John Mayall on there somewhere.
Yeah.
Got an Alvin Lee.
Oh,
yeah. 10 years after.
He bought that 10 years after it was released.
Yeah. They love to change the world.
That'll be coming up. I got 2 Rory Gallagher CDs.
That's the first one.
Okay.
And they're both on Buddha, so I guarantee that at least this version is way out of print.
They've re-released those albums recently with bonus tracks and
I'm sure they have. Well, these have a couple bonus tracks too, but the Buddha ones have always, because Buddha hasn't been in business.
I don't have that one yet, but that's
Gallagher. Speaking of Alvin Lee,
Oh yeah. 10
Alvin
years
Lee.
after. 10 years after. Grand.
And 10 years after.
Mhm.
It's rare to find this kind of stuff at a thrift store for a buck.
Tim bought them 50 years after.
And Dave Mason. I don't think I've ever even seen this on CD before.
I've got that one.
Yeah, there it was. So I picked it up.
Yeah, I've got that
That's
one.
it. That's it.
Fascinating.
Not really.
Pretty sure I got that.
Very cool.
If you like Tim, Alvin Lee, it's good stuff. 10 years out.
Yeah, that was before he was in Alvin and the Chipmunks.
You know, around 1980, they did this documentary on Rockpile. 1979, I think it was. Nick Lowe and Dave Edmunds were recording albums at the same time. They recorded their albums together, and then they just split them up, and this was on Nick's album, and this is on. Anyway, while they were doing that, they asked Dave Edmunds, if you could be anybody besides Dave Edmunds, who would you be? And he said Alvin Lee. I thought it was fascinating.
Not Mark Bolan, not
no, Alvin Lee.
Alvin
I don't know.
Didn't even give Ted Nugent a thought.
I can't remember what I did with all my Jethro Tull albums. I was looking for it.
They're either under J or T.
Well, I've got 20 of them. No, I put it under different groups, and I moved so many things around the last few weeks going through my stuff. I might have moved them out to a different area.
Tomcat has left us. He's gone looking for something. See,
He's looking for something.
a pretty nice chair there, isn't it?
Is that a dog or a cat there? Something moving.
He's got, I think, 3 dogs and 2 cats.
Yeah.
He's got enough.
Not like me, but I have all cats.
What is that on the floor? They're moving back and forth. What is that? It's a foot. It's a foot.
It was him. There we go. He got it.
Oh,
I had it.
You just saw that.
I haven't listened to it in a while. I should leave it out and play it. It's that's the only Dave Mason I have.
That's the only Dave Mason I have, too.
I have a Dave Mason, but I think it's just the greatest hits.
I don't have any Dave Mason.
So at one point,
I offered you one.
Delaney and Bonnie Bramlett, they toured. They had at the same time Dave Mason, Eric Clapton, and George Harrison in their band.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, I have a traffic CD. Does that count?
So there you go.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Now don't ask again.
Yeah,
We're not going to.
Because of Dave Mason. Does that include his hit single? We just disagree.
No,
I believe.
No, that came later. I think.
Okay.
This has got Only You Know and I Know, which was a big hit for Delaney and Bonnie.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you'd recognize anything else on this.
Well, you're forgetting the great hit single.
Whoa, yeah!
Be careful.
What is
I'll save it for another day. What are you doing?
What's that?
Just looking.
Oh boy.
I was asking my brother if he could make another clock.
Oh.
Deep contemplation there.
I'm telling him no, it's a gift. Yes, if I was selling it or it's for me.
Everybody's leaving. Jeez.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby.
I've got my snack.
I've got my snack.
Let's all go to the lobby.
I still got at least another
you have
swallow of this
more
stuff.
drink.
It tastes good, but it's expensive.
Uh-huh.
Might as well try to go back to Yop again.
They never give a warning. It would like a warning.
I wonder what happened if you put a little echo behind that. Oh yeah.
I think the Popeye one is the best.
Yeah. Scare everybody.
That's what's rough is when
Scoots, Katsky, dam the boo, skilly do the bum, the be bam the bum, reap up, but eat it to game to be, skilly didy the dum, the be bam the bum, rap, do this bum, the be bam the bow, skeet and scat and skilly didy do dum, the skidda but the dee do.
Oh boy.
I love that.
Brad gave me this one when I visited.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I haven't put it on yet. It may go in Doc's pile though. I don't know.
No, send that one to Stephen Schnee. That's a Schnee. If
Christmas, that would be a good ski lodge.
Yeah.
It was a nice lodge last week. I listened to Tim's yesterday, Tim.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Quit.
Oh, gee, that's long ago.
If you haven't listened to Tim's Snap Crackle Pop, go listen to it. It's got a lot of interesting Christmas stuff in there.
Does anybody have an Elvin?
It starts out rough though. Anybody warning, the first song is a little rough quality wise, but that's how it is. That's the best it is. It's so,
You'll still never hear any of those. Half of those you never hear anywhere else though, Tim.
No. I tried to dig deep on this one.
You dug deep.
You don't usually hear.
Does anyone want to talk about Elvin Bishop?
Did he die or something?
He fooled around and fell in love.
I've heard the name, but I don't know anything about it.
I have some music by his former lead singer, Jefferson Starship.
Aha.
Mickey Thomas. But
Mickey Thomas,
I guess the answer is no.
No, sorry.
No.
I don't know enough about him.
No.
I
Fell in love is all I know.
I know of him,
Yeah,
but I've never followed him.
Fooled around and fell in love.
Well, yeah, everyone knows that. I'm just saying I know of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good. Mickey Thomas is a good singer, and I think there's still a group called Mickey Thomas's Starship that's touring.
Oh, is there?
I believe so, with him and a bunch of other people.
Okay.
Everybody else is gone, but
Yeah, Paul Kantner died, didn't he?
Yeah.
A few years ago. Yeah.
And Grace Slick's retired, and the rest of the guys are doing other things. They're getting old.
I wonder what happened to the woman that he got to take Grace's place when they were touring. She wasn't a bad singer.
Oh, no.
But she probably just, as soon as he died, she probably just gone.
Yeah.
I got an Airplane album and only 2 Starship albums, so
yeah.
I did see them in Red Octopus stage.
Yeah,
I did go see them then in concert. I think around 77, 78, whatever it was.
Yeah, that was a big album for them.
Earth album after Red Octopus.
Yeah, I saw them in concert then, but that was it. Did a lot of concerting back those days, but not too many these days.
Elvin started out in the Butterfield Blues Band.
All Butterfield Blues Band. I
Butterfield,
think.
yeah.
When they at the Monterey Pop Festival, or is that somebody else?
I'm not positive, but I think you're right.
Okay. That's where I first heard from them. Would you stop? Okay. My cat is drooling on my laptop. So.
Nice.
Yeah. Quit. Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah. He's a drooling cat. He's a nice cat, but he drools.
Drooling cat.
Yeah,
Did you offer your new people upstairs some cats to move in with?
Oh, the lady at the end. My son's going to talk to her next week.
Have a cat. Just
Yeah,
have it.
he's in her mid-40s. She's divorced, no kids, and
Oh.
she's living in that apartment by herself. So
she needs a cat.
or two, or maybe three.
Yeah, give her the drooling cat.
Yeah.
Now, Paul's a man for punishment. He's got 3 dogs and 2 cats. That's
yeah. We humans are outnumbered 2 to 1 to 2, 2.5 to 1.
Yeah. And the animals win most of
You
the
wake
time.
up at 4 o'clock in the morning and somebody's sitting on your face.
We're all going away together for Christmas, so
Yeah.
Be interesting.
Yep. My cats wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, want to play.
That's what I mean.
Play with me, Dad.
I had 3 cats at one time and 2 dogs too, but that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
About 20 years ago. And
you wake up and hear
they all died off. I didn't bother anymore.
The poor little devils needed a home, so here we are.
Remember, people out there, when you see a cat, give it a home.
Huh? Hunter's people got another dog they got from the cellar, or what do you call it, cellars, or the shelters, or
puppy mill.
I want puppy mill from a shelter, which means it's a secondhand dog. I don't know how that goes.
Other dogs that our third dog we got because the younger couple had her, and they their rental was sold out from under them, and they needed to move, and they couldn't find a place that would take pets.
It does happen.
So they had 2 cats and a dog, and we took the dog because they were just giving the dog away. And my thing was, well, geez, any nut bar is going to end up with this dog, and it's, that's how dogs get abused. That's why you never give a dog away. You sell it, and serious people will look at it. It's a better chance the dog will have a good home. So anyway.
Jeff, make her a cat lady. Give her 7.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
We rescued dogs in our lifetime, rescued them.
We just cleaned the carpets over there, so it's her turn. We paid $150 to get the carpets steam cleaned. So
it doesn't smell like cat anymore.
Or well, the guy who wouldn't pay his rent, who we had to kick out, smelled like smoke. It doesn't smell like smoke anymore. So
that's good.
Yeah.
Depends on what kind of smoke.
It's not that kind of smoke. It's regular.
Just regular smoke. He had campfires going every.
Yeah, he just burned stuff in his house.
Tobacco smoke, not the other kind.
But that gets into everything, even gets into the walls. Once you get that, it's really hard to get rid of that smell.
Yeah, we had to fumigate it.
Yeah.
When I moved into my house, the people that lived here before me smoked white ceilings, right? And I painted my ceiling, my white ceiling, onto white paint on top of the white ceiling. It took 2 coats.
Oh, yeah. Back to brown.
White on white. That's how bad it was.
Yeah. My stepfather owned a bar, and we'd go once a year to clean it, and the water would just be brown as you're washing the walls. It was so disgusting.
All the secondhand smoke.
I don't let people smoke in my car. Like, I've had friends and they go, like, I don't like that. Why? I said, I don't want to smell you like 3 hours after you're gone. Sorry.
I just called my brother.
You're not smoking in my car.
And he's making another one, Doug.
Oh, nice.
That's good.
Yeah. I think that's neat. Well, everybody always liked the now and then clock as compared to blue diagonal now and then. Like, when did you put the?
Do you have the 45 sleeve? Like you could frame it next to it.
I could still get one. They've got it. I've got my record store for like $25.
I can't remember if they had that on the back of the real one or not.
They did, didn't they? That was like the obverse side of the blue.
Because I had a few made from my friend in California. I just wondered what yours was.
No, it's on the back, but they should have. If either of you guys have a nice wooden shelf with some stuff on it, that's what they should have done. Instead of that, it should have been on a nice antique-y looking shelf with some stuff, and there's the clock in the middle of it. Is what it should have been.
Yeah, could have had a bunch of old memorabilia and crap on the shelf.
Beetle memorabilia, whatever. But instead of that, that's just the clock.
It might not look too far off from that.
Which looks better?
Yeah.
The one on the left.
This one? That's my left.
No, well, the one on our left. The clock.
Oh, that one.
Okay, the 45 on eBay will run you about $10.
Oh, really?
And up.
Really?
Anyway, this looks close enough to what he's showing me, except
Wow,
for
that's cheaper than it was when it came out.
the dots up here are more pronounced than in the photograph he showed.
Yeah.
Well, they still got them at their record store downtown. They're like 25.
It's still not a bad little kit, though. I mean, he just prints it all out and then glues it all together. So
cool. It's very cool.
And he has to make the wood frame.
How much does he want for his handiwork?
Well, no, if I was to buy it, it costs $25, but he makes them for me for nothing because he owes me. Technically, he owed me something. I paid for the kit. I paid for the art.
Yeah. That's the
That's a dumb cover too.
Well,
I think it's better than the real one.
That's the one I put in my blue.
Yeah, that comes in as second.
That's the one I put in with my blue box.
Well, I did get one new thing I can show you. I forgot.
Oh, pretty. Yes. Go get
I
it.
don't
Go
know
get
if you guys. Nobody here got the Harrison, right?
No, not yet. I'm holding off with the price.
The Harrison what?
Oh, you got it.
There was a 5 LP set, came with a free 45.
Oh yeah.
But it didn't come with a CD sleeve, so
Oh, okay.
my friend made me a sleeve to go with it.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
waiting for the price to go down.
So did a nice job.
Yeah, I haven't got the. Did you get the 5 record set, Robert, or the 5 CD set? Have you got that yet?
I only have the 2 CD set. I didn't know there was a 5 CD set. Is there?
Well, I don't know, the deluxe, super deluxe one or whatever it is.
No, it's just 2 CDs. That's it. That's all there is.
I got the 2 CDs, and if there's any extra material, I'm sure it can be found. So.
Yeah, I haven't. I'm gonna go. I'll go looking for it. I haven't found it. I haven't looked for it yet. I just got the 2 record set.
I just don't know how the single came in the 5 LP set came with a single, but I didn't think it had a jacket. I can't remember. I never saw anyone showing.
I think it did have it.
The 5 LP set, is that the same as the 2 CD set? Is that basically?
Well, it's a 4 LP set. You get the 2. Actually, it's just it's a 5 disc set, but you get 2 CDs, 2 LPs, which are the same as the CDs, and you get that single. And that's and you get it's 6 because I think there's a Blu-ray too, so it's 6, I guess. 6.
Well, anyways, this was the single cover that was made for that because I don't think there's one that came with it. So
I'm thinking that there is, but I can't remember.
I could be wrong. I was sent that as a gift. Somebody sent that to me as a gift, and I accept all gifts, and I give all gifts. So.
It didn't come with a piece of bark from George's tree.
Oh, look, a gift mouth and the horse.
No.
Well, no, I share everything I have with whoever needs it, and vice versa. Some people share stuff with me whether I need it or not. And then if I decide I don't want it, I'll share it with somebody else. I have a few colored vinyl butchers that it was, I helped a gentleman, and I'm like, what do I do with them?
Beetle Brad.
No, Beetle Brad got one. My daughter got one. I got one. I got a peach one. I got 2 whites and I think a purple left. But I don't know if anybody needs one, I don't have so many Beetle friends, And I've given a lot of those away over the years, the butcher covers and stuff. So there's a couple of young guys out there that are starting, but you don't know how you offer it to them without seeming weird, I guess.
Oh, you mean like Uncle Paul?
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying, there's a couple of younger collectors I noticed that are starting channels, and I said, hey, I got a couple of things I'd send you if you, but then they're thinking, oh, this old guy's, bothering me.
Yeah, if you say hi to Uncle Paul, he'll say hi to you.
I don't know who Uncle Paul is.
Oh, you've never watched Uncle Paul's Beatles Playhouse?
No.
Really? That's what he calls his channel? Oh boy, it sounds like a good one to go
Ah,
to.
yes. Uncle Paul's Beatles Playhouse. The Playhouse is open.
I could use that to name my channel.
I don't kind of confuse people, really. But
I was watching a girl today who has a channel where she goes to Costco every week, and she has 89,000 followers, and all she does is go to Costco and show the shelves. And yet we have people in this community who puts out 400 videos and gets 3,000 people. So I don't know how that works.
does she make what she needs?
No, she's just out there showing you what's on the shelf, and she does a good job at it. But come on, man.
There, I updated my name.
Uncle Paul.
No, you're going to confuse people.
Okay.
No. That's not Uncle Paul.
Oh, I am an uncle.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
See, we don't even talk about the wood girl anymore.
Oh, yeah. She's still there, I guess.
I make what I need. No, I know. Another girl, she probably had 30,000. How many followers did she have if she's still around?
Oh, she's got at least 150 by now.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I can't
1,000.
imagine why.
She was averaging, when she started, she was making a video every 2 weeks and averaging 25,000 new subs per video.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't understand why. It's just a mystery.
Yeah, I don't know why either. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's just some of these channels crack me up. I got these kids because Hunter watches them when he was little, and this other kid, they're playing with toys. They just buy toys and play with them in front of the camera. All you see is their hands playing with toys, and they make hundreds of thousands of videos. I'm thinking,
so one girl has 181,000 subscribers.
There you go. See?
Yeah. Wow.
Me and Hunter should have made videos years ago just playing with the toys and matchboxes.
Mm-hmm.
And her last video was a month ago. It looks like she's doing a video like one a month here.
Yeah.
I don't even know if she's doing that pace anymore.
I saw her once, and my wife hit me in the back of the head.
And she hasn't made anything good in a while. I mean, she's just
that's the thing.
I know she doesn't need anything. We're making that much money from YouTube. She doesn't need anything anymore.
Or I would say, looking at her, I would say she doesn't need anything.
There's one girl out there that does outdoor stuff, and usually she's just wearing a pair of overalls and nothing else.
Oh, is that older woman?
Well, she's older, she's not 25. She might be 30.
There's one like that. I left a comment, like it was getting pretty rude, and I left a comment. It says, "Aren't you a little old to be dressing like that?"
I think this was
Did she respond?
This one's in her 30s. She does all kinds of outdoor videos where she teaches you how to, start fires and stuff.
Oh.
She can be 32, maybe 35.
Over, yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not going to complain. I'm just, help me start a fire one day, I guess, if you're camping. But geez,
I don't know. There's a guy out there who comments on the car business, and he's and he's talking about Stellantis and how he puts out a video every 6 hours. Like, come on, gee, stop it.
A video about anything.
Yeah.
Somebody around me owns one of those new Tesla SUV things. I've seen it
there you go.
5 days. I've seen it 3 times. And
I think the old man that fed raccoons is dead now.
Huh?
I haven't seen a new video by him in a long time. Is he still around?
Well, I was watching him last week. He did a new video.
Oh, I was going to tell him, if he ever passes away, whoever buys his property, the first night they wake up.
He's got a lady friend now.
Oh, does he? Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What was I saying? Oh, yeah, the new Tesla thing. It looks like something somebody built in their garage. That's what I was going to say.
Probably was.
God, it was horrible looking. Anyway, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's a hideous looking thing.
Well,
We've seen a few of those cyber trucks in Detroit here. I've seen about 5 of them already.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about, the cyber truck. It's unbelievably ugly.
I know this is true. I have tens of views on
Hey, I am a avid follower of Doc Serial videos.
James
that's
Blackwood, right? Isn't that his name? The raccoon guy, James Blackwood.
That sounds right.
No, he's still around. There's
I
a
thought he
new
was
video
gone.
3 hours ago. Arrival of snow in Nova Scotia.
Well, there you go. Nothing wrong.
And he did a video 2 days ago.
There you go. He's still around.
The raccoons disappear this time of year, so there's not a lot to. Then the deer show up, and he starts feeding the deer apples and stuff.
Oh,
wow. But the raccoons are starting to hibernate now.
How many followers does he have?
Oh, he's got a lot. He's let's see here.
More than all of us combined.
Where's he doesn't tell us. He's not there.
Huh.
Oh, 556,000.
Yeah.
Only a few. Did you mean the outdoors?
Go to Record Store Day and start handing out hot dogs. You might have more video followers.
Well, if you hand them out to raccoons, maybe.
Yeah.
Just
you have to
buy
peanuts. Get the peanuts going. We'll feed squirrels peanuts, and that'll.
Yeah.
Please like, share, and subscribe, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's insane.
If you look, I forget which channel I watched this week, and he came up before the video even started. He was begging for subscribers. Like, I just wanted to see what you're doing. If you like what you see, I haven't seen anything yet. Why would I subscribe to just nothing?
The raccoon guy, I think he's a retired police officer, RCMP. I think he's a retired cop. Anyway,
Well, I thank you for your time, but it's now time to go.
Oh,
eat
it's
dinner.
Yeah, enjoy your dinner. Yeah,
But
there.
I enjoyed it. Thank you for letting me share.
We'll be back Thursday. When I come back.
I will save the clock for Doc.
I would like
Save
to
the clock for Doc.
Okay.
Come on, visit me before Christmas, though, okay?
Yeah.
You and Boo Boo, come on down.
So still 2 weeks left or so.
All right.
Getting close.
Okay.
See you later. Goodbye.
Later.
There.
Yeah. See, there's men out there that put animated CGI girl videos, making money off lonely guys who think they're talking to
There's all
women.
kinds of stuff out there now.
Yeah.
Have you seen all those weird trailers, like the Simpsons and the Jetsons? All these buzz-me girls.
Well, geez, there was a news report here last week about some guy killed himself over a cyber woman.
Yeah.
The guy actually killed himself.
What?
What do you want from her?
What kind of crazy world
He
is
was
it?
in love with an
With a
animated.
cyber lady. Well, they put all kinds of weird stuff out.
Well, that's weird. That's weird, that one.
Mm-hmm.
See, the raccoon guy has had health problems.
He has. He's been battling. He has AFib. He gets into heart issues.
Mm-hmm.
So he did a video here a year ago on his health update. But yeah, he's in and out of the hospital quite a bit. I don't know how much longer he's going to be around. Really, he's overweight for one thing, which is a problem. And
yeah,
he eats better than the raccoons.
He's definitely been having heart issues.
Maybe he ate a few raccoons.
Yeah, they're fat enough. But yeah, there's a lady in the scene a lot now. It sounds like she's from Alabama. Like it sounds like she moved up from the States. So it could be somebody he met online through his channel or whatever. I don't know.
Could be.
I don't follow him that closely, but yeah, she's an older lady like him, and she's done a couple of videos just on her own because he hasn't been feeling well. So.
No, he doesn't come up in my recommended anymore.
No.
So,
Well, he's still doing stuff. He's won 4 days.
Peter does that pity party puddles guy.
5 days ago, 2 days ago, 3 hours ago. He's still doing regular videos.
Yeah. But don't start watching kitty cats, so they'll start coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this cat brought her kittens to me because go away.
They were sick. Yeah.
The thing about raccoons is they are cute.
Everywhere.
They're nasty. Raccoons are nasty animals. You don't want one.
They
on your
are.
backside, but they're cute when they're behaving themselves.
Yeah.
It was an AI chatbot of Emilia Clarke from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
His mother is suing the makers over.
Is that the one that the guy killed himself?
Presumably, yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
I said, how sad. Like, oh, man, that's the world.
I mean, you kill yourself over a video?
Well, it's cyber. I guess he was interacting with this cyber AI woman or what. I don't know. I didn't really get into the story because I just thought it was a little weird. But
I was just gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, he was 14. Yeah, it's just a kid.
Oh, he was okay.
Yeah,
There
he was
you
just
go.
a kid. Yeah.
So way too young.
Oh, it wasn't. Oh, so they'd send him pictures of the woman, you know.
So something was texting him back.
Yeah. I didn't get the full story, but it was of that nature. Yeah. Just really sad, man. Just unbelievable.
I'm glad that stuff didn't exist when I was a teenager.
It's really sad, but can I just say parental involvement too?
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I can remember we were my wife. She paddles with a paddling crew. And we were away at a regatta once. This was in I think it was Tacoma, Washington, and we went out for supper to a restaurant. And this is like 15 years ago. And there was a young boy and girl. It looked like they were high school age. We were waiting for a table, and they were sitting across from us. And they're sitting there, and they were both on their phones. They weren't talking to each other.
Yeah.
And I turned and I whispered into my wife, whispered in her ear because they were close. I said, I don't know what's wrong with this kid, but if I'm sitting beside a girl that cute, I'm not playing with my phone. You know, like honestly, you know, I just thought, man, what's going on here?
Yeah.
This is like 15 years ago. Like this is so
last time I was in London. This was in 1997. We went to this nice little Italian pizza place, and it's downstairs, and it wasn't very busy. It was lunchtime. There was a few people at some tables. There was this table kitty corner from us with 4 young women, all in their 20s. This is 1997, right? And we're sitting there ordering and whatever, and we're looking at this table, and not one of them talked to each other once. They were all 1997. They're all on their phones texting to someone else. We just look at each other and like, why aren't they with the people that they're texting? You know what I mean? Why are they with this group of people that they're completely ignoring instead of being with the people that they're texting? I was just like, this is ridiculous. That was almost 30 years ago.
Yeah, they must have been on their Blackberries because that was about the only thing they had back then.
I don't know what they were on, but they were all on devices texting, and I'm just like,
I know.
This is what that hadn't happened yet in America, but apparently it happened in London by then.
In London. No.
Anyway, it's that's the way it is.
That's the easy way to lose a lady. Get on the date and messing with your phone.
There were Nokia.
That's what I didn't like about it is breaks and lunches, because I would be on my breaks and lunches alone because everybody else in the break room, every other single person was on their phone.
Everybody knows their Nokia phone.
I'm just sitting there alone eating. You know, I'm like
having lunch.
Yeah. Yeah, I work with a guy who used to work with Nokia. He's one of the instructors at the college. He used to work for Nokia.
Everybody buy a Nokia. Come on. Everybody.
Call it Pinocchio. Nokia. Pinocchio. Anyway,
Yeah.
What we've become.
People don't talk anymore.
No cell phone in my hand. No, sorry.
No, mine's right there. I mean, when I go out to dinner,
I've got one sitting here.
I'll tell my friend where we're at, and then that's it. Yeah.
That's it. I don't use
I'm in such and such restaurant, and that's all. I might glance at it, you know, if it's something going on.
They went to a Italian pizza place because those Chinese pizza places aren't good.
That'd be interesting.
But there's nothing wrong with phones. It's just that you can't let them take over your life. That's that's not the phones. It's the people. The phones just.
You can watch people walking around here. They all got a cell phone stuck to their hand.
I've always said I miss the days when you called somebody and the first question you asked them wasn't "Where are you?" You knew where they were. They were home because you called them.
Yeah.
Now you call somebody and it's like, "Where are you?" You knew where they were. I mean,
I'm right here. Where are you?
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Is this true, Tim? 97. That was the year Diana died. You were right there before that happened.
Yeah, she died in 97.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't in London when Diana died, but I was in Toronto when Diana died.
She died
and
in
that
Paris.
was very, very sad. In Canada, being a British,
I was in Fergus, Ontario. That's where I was when she died. I was at her friend's. We were having a backyard bonfire, and somebody came and said, "Diana has been killed." Oh.
I was in a hotel room that night watching whatever, and it came on, and we were just like. And then the next day, I remember in front of every government building we passed or whatever, when we were doing whatever we were doing, there were these huge heaps of flowers, and because it was a weekend, they were closed, like blocking the doors and stuff. There'd be huge bouquets of flowers and everything all over the place. We're like, this is just sad.
Shame. One of those things.
Yeah, she died in Paris, Star Trekker. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that car crash or whatever it was.
But Toronto is, British. I don't even know, colony, protectorate, whatever. So it was a big deal there.
I don't remember who I was. I probably heard it on the news.
I wouldn't remember who I was if I wasn't in Toronto. But
yeah.
97,
I was home, and my wife and my son was 3 years old. So who knows what we were watching on TV.
I think I was in 6th grade.
Yeah. In 97?
Let's all go to the lobby.
I would say.
What?
Oh, what
I was a bad student.
I was gonna say I have to go to the principal's office many times. I just me that one time, and you put I was singing the Underdog theme in the bathroom, and they caught me.
You can't do that.
And they told me if I did that again, they would spank me. So sent me back to my room. I need to be a good boy.
Let's hear a little of it right now.
I don't remember. That was a long time ago. I mean, you have a video.
I opened up a podcast with it. I think it was last week's.
If danger. Yeah, but I used to sing the lyrics. I knew the lyrics by heart, but it's been a long time ago.
Of those who sought that field will greet.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Danger, something or other, dunder another, and dun 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 dun.
Underdog.
Yeah.
Speed of lightning. Fighting all that.
Lightning, roar of thunder.
Like I say,
thunder.
Needless to say, I didn't sing in the bathroom.
You're not supposed to sing during the teacher was talking.
I know. No, she wasn't talking. I was in the bathroom. I stayed in
You're in the bathroom. You can sing anything you want.
I stayed in there 20 minutes.
Singing.
Yeah. And I said, "Okay, Jeffrey, you're done. Okay, you go to the principal. Okay.
And did you have a detention or anything like that?
No. They just said don't do it anymore. I said that I do it again, then they're going to get me. They didn't have detention in the 60s. The principal had a big paddle on the wall.
Yeah, I was going to say,
that was their detention. Yeah. And it's funny, back then, kids were pretty good. You know.
Well,
They
not
didn't
like
say you poor little thing. I'm gonna
yeah,
hurt your
the
feelings.
kids didn't get bad until they outlawed the paddle, and then it's like, aha!
Yeah.
Look what we can do now.
Mm-hmm.
And even parents were not allowed to discipline their children.
Right. Yeah, they'll put you in jail. Yeah, stop putting that kid. You know, I mean, just. But that was the '60s. You know, I was a young kid, so there you go.
See how terrible life has become.
How life was. Yes.
I know, because of
great it
school, the lack of corporal punishment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what's happened to them.
I know.
Hi, Jeff.
Oh, God goes up so far and near. Okay. It'd take me about a month of studying it to learn it. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's the Toronto Sun, and then the Toronto Star is the other major Toronto paper.
Oh yeah, yeah, with his murderer on the picture.
Same picture.
Wow.
Yeah, so I kept those.
Just to show you, this is what we're listening to. My latest podcast. Oh, my second
podcast.
I think it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so that was December. See, this is after like this is December 16th. It has on, or oh, sorry, I lied. It's December 10th. So he was shot on the 9th, I thought, not the 8th. It was the 9th.
No, he was shot on the 8th.
Yeah, it's like 10 o'clock at night or something.
Yeah, well, yeah, 10:30.
Well, yeah, it was Monday Night Football. This is Wednesday, so this was 2 days
Depends on
later.
what time zone you were in.
Yeah, this was 2 days later. They wouldn't have had the story in time for press.
Right.
So this was 2 days later. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and also I remember buying the People and the Newsweek.
Well, they wouldn't have had that picture anyway. There's probably something in the next day's paper.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
It would have taken them a little bit to get that picture, and you know.
It was on the wire.
Oh yeah, it was a couple of days later. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Not forgotten. Never be forgotten.
We forgot to talk.
We forgot to speak, and we didn't have a death of the week this week.
Well, being that it was the anniversary of I guess that takes over.
Nobody died this week. It's an amazing
well, I saw one actor.
Nobody died.
Not one person died this week. It's
Do you know?
My wife was watching this thing this morning with Chris Martin. I guess he did a song for Dick Van Dyke, and I guess they did a making of the song. So my wife is watching this morning. Like Dick Van Dyke's going to be 100 years old in next year, and they're talking to him like he's still got his full faculties. He's making jokes and talking, and it's just amazing, you know. And he's still he walks with a cane a little bit. He gets around in a wheelchair from time to time, but he was really spry, and he's just doing all these different things. It was really quite cool to see him.
Wow.
Yeah.
How's June Lockhart doing? She's
as far as I know, she's still with us.
Yeah. Well, what kind of shape is she in?
I mean, she's doing pretty good. I also even hear that Mel Brooks wants to direct another movie.
Really? How old is he?
He's like 98.
Wow.
They're like, geez.
Clint Eastwood just put out another movie. He's like
94, I think. 93, 94.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah.
Dick Van Dyke is a 74. Oh, 74 is nothing anymore.
Yeah, nowadays.
4-year-old son, though. That's pretty amazing.
His son was on that TV show with him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Diagnosis Murder.
Well, he had what was his son's name was Barry, right?
Barry Van Dyke. Yeah, sounded just like him.
He was yeah, he did. He did some acting as well.
Yeah, one of the runner-ups for Gilligan.
Was he?
I think he was.
Jerry Van Dyke? No, that was Jerry Van Dyke.
Oh crap! Okay.
Jerry was his brother. Jerry died.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Jerry Van Dyke did My Mother the Car instead.
Yeah. Oh, he turned down Gilligan because he thought it was stupid. So
he was on Coach as well. He played that character on Coach.
And he played his brother in on the Dick Van Dyke Show.
Oh.
Yeah, the Dick Van Dyke Show too. Yeah.
Amazing casting. Wow.
I remember he used to come on.
Yes, I don't know how they figured that out, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, playing a banjo or something.
To play his banjo and sing, and he was funny.
Yeah, but he couldn't do it in front of people unless he drank or something. It was really silly.
I remember hearing the theme when I was, because that show went off in like 65, 66. That was a few years ago.
They're doing the weekend binge on. So does that mean there's something going on with Dick Van Dyke that they decided to do a whole weekend binge on the Dick Van Dyke Show?
Wasn't his birthday?
His birthday is coming up apparently. I don't know what. Well, we can Google that.
That's what they usually do. If there's something in somebody, we better show MASH because it's Alan Alda's birthday or something.
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna turn 100 in 2025. So.
Okay.
Let's see here. Yeah. So next December he'll be 100. He was born December 13th, 1925.
Okay.
So next December, he's coming up.
He's gonna be 99.
He'll be 99 in a few days.
Yeah.
So they're doing and Chris Martin from what's that band called? Anyway, he did a song and they did a whole video about making the song. So yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah. So how old is Punky Brewster?
Don't know.
Probably in the 40s.
Does anyone care?
I've seen there's some footage of him online at Stan Laurel's funeral. And he did the eulogy. That was 1965. So that was like, long time ago.
Brewster is 50.
Oh, okay. Well,
even that sounds scary.
Yeah. Well, Dick Van Dyke, he was great with physical comedy as well. Pratfalls and stuff. He was really good at that stuff.
Forget the roll over the Ottoman bit.
Yeah, exactly.
But after that, after about 3 seasons or so, he stopped doing that.
Well, it was getting a little hard on him.
Yeah, you only had to do it once or twice.
But I really enjoyed his NBC show in the 70s that lasted like 12 episodes, and he won an Emmy.
Was that the detective show?
Yeah, the Van Dyke variety show, something like that.
No, the variety show. No, and then it got canceled, and then he won an Emmy.
It was
best variety show after they canceled it.
Like
variety show.
Yes,
he did a detective series too, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he did a detective series
later
after
on.
that. Yeah.
But he did the new Dick Van Dyke show that was and then he did that variety show that was real. People
don't realize most people learned about Andy Kaufman from the Dick Van Dyke show.
Oh yeah.
He that was the first place he ever was, and he may have done Saturday Night Live once before that, but not that many people saw Saturday Night Live. Everybody saw the Dick, and he was a regular, that Mighty Mouse thing that Andy Kaufman did that several times on the Dick Van Dyke show. So he came from there.
I thought John Ritter had a heart defect, though, as a child.
Yeah, he died in surgery or something.
Yeah, he was young. He was 53.
Yeah.
He had a tearage of his heart muscle.
Something
like that, and it hemorrhaged him and killed him.
Kind of like
he had some kind of a heart defect. Yeah, something like that. But whatever.
That was bad. Yeah. I remember they brought James Garner in to replace him.
Yeah, to replace him in the other show. Yeah. That was a shame. Quite a comedian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did a
Mm-hmm.
He was funny, John Ritter.
Yeah.
He was good at physical comedy as well.
Yeah, him too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to thank CBS for this honor of giving me
The Statue of Liberty.
Oh,
closest I have to an Emmy. So, like, this Emmy award is very appreciated, but CBS canceled my show, so thank you.
Yeah, I think that's on YouTube. I think you can actually see his acceptance speech for his Emmy on YouTube.
I hope it does.
He made a point of not being thrilled that he was canceled, and and
I hope they put his old show back on because that was a good show.
No, he was
the other guy that was on it all the time. Who his career, he never made it big, but that he made it at all was because of Dick Van Dyke. John somebody. He was in Mel Brooks's When Things Were Rotten, when that was a TV show, and there's an army show that he was in, a comedy army show that didn't last.
John Biner?
Yeah, John Biner came from the Dick Van Dyke Show too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, Dick Van Dyke was on. Was it just the last season of the Carol Burnett Show? He was on that.
I think so. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
after Harvey Korman left.
One season though. It was their last season, if I recall.
Mm-hmm. After Harvey Korman left.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if anybody remembers the mimes Shields and Yarnell, they sort of came from the Dick Van Dyke Show too.
They had a TV series for a while too. Mm-hmm.
I hated them.
Well, I did too, but I'm just saying he was good because he had an eye to see things that other people didn't see, and he would give people chances, and he would, he never seemed like an edgy guy, but he kind of is a little bit, he would take chances on people, and
the last thing I really remember him is he was in Night at the Museum with Ben Stiller. I remember, he did that.
I haven't seen that. I haven't.
It's quite good, actually. It's a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
Isn't it wonderful that people are Googling for us?
Yeah.
Diagnosis Murder. Yeah, that ran for 8 seasons, huh? Wow, I didn't realize that.
And they did have some guest stars, some like famous guest stars, like they had Joe Mannix, the retired Private Eye, and several other people.
Had Jim Rockford.
Yeah.
And
Diagnosis Murder?
Yeah.
Columbo.
The character. Did they have Columbo on Diagnosis Murder?
That's interesting.
I think they were going to do Barnaby Jones, but Buddy Ebsen's way too old.
Yeah, he's older than Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't realize that. That's pretty good. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I never watched the show. I just wasn't interested in it. But I didn't realize
I caught a few episodes. It's okay. Yeah.
8 seasons. That's pretty incredible. That's
I didn't think it was that. I thought maybe 3 of them.
Well, I was thinking maybe 4 or so, 4 or 5. That's a long run. Holy cow.
Well, remember about the Cosby Mysteries?
Yeah. Who knows?
I don't remember the Cosby Mysteries.
Well, the big mystery with Cosby is how all those women passed out.
Yeah, I mean, how to make a hit series and ruin your life.
Yeah, but all that happened after he was off TV.
America's Dad.
Oh no, that was when he was on the show. When he was doing the show, yeah, I believe.
Well, it went on a long time. I know that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I think it started way back in the 60s. And
because he was
how he was.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was on I Spy.
Yeah, with Robert Cole.
I don't know if it went back that far or not, but it was definitely a lifetime pursuit. Anyway.
And about 2 or 3 years of doing the Cosby Kids.
I guess we won't see the Cosby Show in reruns anymore. That's.
I haven't seen it.
No. he kind of killed that off.
Yeah, that's another. There's another show that I haven't seen in reruns in a long time. That was Beretta. Ever what happened to Robert Blake and his wife being murdered?
Yeah, Robert Blake and his parent Fred, or Cockatoo.
And
Fred.
Cockatoo, yeah.
Yeah, Dad used to call him Baby Talk. He always thought he talked like a baby. I gotta go watch Baby Talk.
Baby Talk. Yeah.
And he called Chuck Norris. You know, he did Walker, Texas Ranger. He called him Head Kicker.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta go watch Baby Talk and Head Kicker.
You know, when Robert Blake did Beretta, he tried to get Spanky McFarlane to play the older man character, and he said no. He didn't want to get back into. So they got Noah Berry or Tom Ewell to play his sidekick, but they wanted Spanky so bad, and they were going to pay all this money. He said no, I don't want to go back.
Buckwheat was still around. He could have signed.
Yeah, Buckwheat was there. You know who was the guy who ran the paper route was that Angelo Reseda, that midget guy who's been in movies back in the 30s. He was in the original Freaks in 1932. Got him, Angelo Reseda. He was in all sorts of things. He was also a semi-regular on Beretta.
See, Fat Man ran 5 seasons.
Yeah, after Cannon.
See, that's television at its finest. What do we got now? This NCIS
and crap.
All we do is talk to each other. There's no car crashes or anything.
It's all cerebral now.
It's boring. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I miss people in a bright red car driving down alleys filled with very dry, empty cardboard boxes and running through them. That was a lot of 70s TV shows, especially Starsky and Hutch, but it happened.
Yeah, Starsky and Hutch.
They can bring back Jello pudding pops, just not with Bill Cosby.
Hey, you kids, get out of that Jello tree.
Yeah, that Jello pudding.
Where's Andrew Dice Clay been?
Yeah, he's still out there. He kind of cleaned up his act. But
and that's why you don't hear about him.
Yeah, you don't hear about him. He cleaned up his act now, the profanity and everything, and that's why you don't hear from him anymore.
There's still brilliant series out there. To be fair, what?
Well,
what?
I'd like to go back.
I only ever watch the cable shows now. I never get into the network.
Rarely. I don't anymore. I watch older stuff.
Watching Yellowstone, and they're doing out called Landman with Billy Bob Thornton, which is really good. It's another Taylor Sheridan show. And the one I liked with Stallone, Tulsa King, is really good as well.
Yeah. A car turn over every week on chips. They even tried to arrest H.R. Pufnstuf.
Oh, did they?
Jeff Kendall, how dare you? You don't watch my channel.
I do.
Fargo, yeah, apparently, I guess Billy Bob Thornton was in Fargo too. That was, I haven't watched that, but it's supposed to be really good.
Yeah.
First 2 seasons of
Fargo. But I don't watch too many. I watch a lot of old stuff myself, a lot of classics.
Landman's hilarious. The first couple of episodes it's all Billy Bob Thornton one-liners, and it had me on the floor just rolling some of the insults he was coming out with.
Chernobyl?
It's just brilliant. It's really funny stuff.
Chernobyl must be a riot to watch. Too much water there.
Tulsa King is really quite enjoyable. I know people are kind of, you get turned off by Stallone, but it's actually really quite good. It's really well written and well acted. There's some really good stuff in that. They just finished the 2nd season for that. So 10, I think it's 10 episodes a season or something like that.
Yeah.
Another Taylor Sheridan. Taylor Sheridan seems to have gotten corner of the market right now. He's got some really great shows out there.
Yeah, I didn't even watch The Penguin.
Me either.
Even though I'm a half-assed comic book guy, I still didn't watch The Penguin.
Yeah.
It's supposedly very good, though. But
if you're half-assed, how do you buy pants?
Never mind. See, that reminds me, we should look and see what
Do they make underpants for half-ass people?
All right, that's enough out of you.
I guess.
Let's check and see how the weekend turned out at the box office.
The top movies.
Yes, before we're almost done here.
Mm-hmm.
Number one movie of the weekend was Moana 2 for the second week in a row.
Okay.
So Mr. Disney is very happy.
Oh boy.
Yes, after 2 weeks.
No. Breaking news: Mr. Disney is still dead. He's been dead for
quite a while. Dead for
Still remains so.
The board
Mickey Mouse took over.
Yes, I know. But
literally,
anyway, after 2 weeks, we now have 300 million taken in.
I'm blissfully unfamiliar with it.
Me either.
How about number 2 at the box office?
Number 2.
Wicked.
Oh, Wicked. Okay.
Wicked is number 2.
Of that one. Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be getting some controversy with its woke stuff, apparently.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
After 3 weeks, it's 320 million.
Mm-hmm.
People at Universal are happy. Number 3 is Gladiator 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm curious about that one. Who
Yeah,
starred in that?
After 3 weeks, it's got 132 million to its credit.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
Who stars in that? Who's playing the?
I don't know. Gladiators.
Yeah, but
Probably AI actors. Probably.
Well, the first one died, so you know.
Oh gosh. Yeah. So, Mr. Robot, very good. What?
So basically, the top 3 movies are all sequels.
Well, that's all they make.
Yeah.
They haven't made a new movie in Hollywood in 20 years.
Oh, Pedro Pascal's in it. That's interesting.
Oh,
He's
Wicked.
he played in. He played in
Wicked
the
kind of
second.
an offshoot or something. It's a
second.
musical. You know,
Yeah.
Yes, I haven't seen it, but it was a stage show for like 20 years or something.
They got to go back to making westerns. That's all I can.
Yeah. Let's get more westerns.
Need more horse operas.
We're gonna get more space epics and superheroes.
Yeah, they kind of ruined that. They overdid it. I think Endgame was kind of the end game. Well, I mean, where do you go from there, right? It was kind of, it was so.
Well, you know, there's a lot of superheroes who haven't had their turn at bat yet. So.
Well, I guess, but
they probably won't either.
One's after mine.
Don't worry. Even though the next DC movie is called Superman, they toss a bunch of other characters in there too. Like, oh look, there's Metamorpho. Who's been asking for Metamorpho to be in live action?
Not like Metamucil.
Pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
You mean you don't remember Metamorpho, the Element Man?
No, this is all after my time.
No. Metamorpho was around in like 1965, I think.
Really?
I don't remember it.
Yes.
Element Man.
The Element. No, not the Elephant Man.
Element Man. Now, was it a live action show or a cartoon?
No, it was a comic book.
Oh, comic book. Okay.
The only elements I know are the ones on my stove.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, because it's like they sat around in a boardroom thinking, like, what can we think of? And how about this guy who's made up of how many elements are in the human body?
Earth, wind, and fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he can transform into any element that's found in the human body. Yeah. So it's taken him 60 years to finally get on the screen.
I thought you were talking about the Justice League cartoons they had in the 70s.
He was on that.
Yeah, Wonder Twin Powers or something like that.
Part of that?
Yeah, sure.
Must have been a supporting superstar or
I not know of him.
Speaking of Earth, Wind, and Fire, didn't I hear Philip Bailey died recently?
Oh, did he? I didn't know that.
It seems like I heard that.
You know what I found out this week?
They're all getting up there.
I
Yeah.
found out this week that Brian May had a stroke.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, is that true? And I, clicked on to find out it happened back in September.
Yeah, he's doing good. He had a minor stroke, but he's doing
Yeah,
good.
but I'm just finding out now.
Didn't know that.
Matthew Sweet had a stroke too, and he's not that old, and that just made me very sad.
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Matthew Sweet.
Oh, Sweet.
Matthew Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, it can hit you anytime. I know some people
Yeah.
younger than me had strokes.
Yeah.
He was on tour. They did a fundraiser just to get him back to where he lives to get treatment because.
Thank you, George.
73. That's good.
Still alive.
Oh, is he still alive? Then where? I heard somebody in Earth, Wind and Fire died. I thought it was him. Okay. Well, thank you.
Oh, you must have watched one of those stupid YouTube channels. Where
No. It was somebody was talking about it somewhere, and it wasn't that.
Like that one that caught me that one day.
Yeah, see?
Who was it? I don't remember.
I don't remember, but you came back about 2 hours later. Oh, oops.
Oh, he's live. Yeah.
Yeah. So like the one I saw last week, Jonathan Frakes of Star Trek. R.I.P. No.
He's dead.
No.
And I saw that Michael J. Fox died again.
Oh, well, that's
he dies every week. He's in bad shape.
It's Maurice.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I thought it was Philip Bailey. All right. I knew I heard somebody in Earth, Wind, and Fire had died.
Thank you, George.
Yeah.
Thank you,
See,
George.
we have the best commenters
Mm-hmm.
to check up on us.
I think Sophia Loren's getting
It's
up
a
there.
collaborative effort. It's the University of Useless Information.
Mm-hmm.
No, this is not useless information.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know, Tina Louise is 90. The
90.
survivor from Gilligan's Island, Tina Louise, she's 90 years old.
Yeah.
90?
Born in 1934.
Oh. Wow. And she's still mad at Gilligan's Island.
We were talking about it a week or two ago. Petula Clark's still alive. She's 90, what, 3, 4? I don't remember.
I think she's 91, isn't she?
Maybe she's 91. I don't know. But she's older than people think, too. And she's still.
Because it's funny about Tina Louise, she would never get on the reunion movies, and now she's the only surviving member of the cast.
Petula Clark took her own advice. She didn't sleep in subways. She didn't stand in the pouring rain.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
No.
She didn't go downtown too much.
Clean living.
She didn't go downtown too much. Yeah.
See, follow these old songs. You'll live to a ripe old age.
Yes, you'll live to a ripe old age.
Young guys out there say, "What are these fools talking about?"
They knew back then.
They don't run in the 60s, yeah. When the good music was.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Classic album review. He did the top 10 albums from 2024. I haven't watched it yet, but I was trying to think of one.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably got to be a Taylor Swift one.
I came up short. I couldn't even think of one.
No. Groovy Lisa was doing a stream the other night, and I did not go on because they were talking about Rolling Stones top 100 of albums of 2024, and they're praising them and stuff, and I was getting so angry. I'm typing all in capital letters, and finally I just laughed. I'm like, I don't need this.
See, George Burns is still with us.
No,
George what?
George Burns.
Boy, he's
like 127 or something.
He's like 100 because he died. He was 19.
He died quite a while.
100 upwards of 130. Woo.
Wow,
man.
I don't know. We 2 days ago they celebrated Walt Disney's birthday.
Yeah.
He would have been 123 if he had lived.
Mm-hmm.
So, happy birthday, Walt Disney.
Happy birthday, Walt Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
George Burns died in 1996.
Ooh.
He was like 101 or something, wasn't he?
Yeah. He was born in 1896. He died in 1996.
Yeah, he was 100. So he would be like 130, upwards of 130 now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He was just he was 100 years old and 2.5 months.
Yeah.
His real name was Nathan Birnbaum.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he wouldn't go far with him. Name like that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's why I changed it to George Burns.
Oh, yeah. What was John Wayne's real name? Marion?
Marion Morrison.
Marion Morrison.
Yeah.
You
Marion
better
Morrison.
change that name because no one's gonna watch you in a movie named Marion.
Marion, no.
John
John
I'm trying
Morrison.
to remember what the hell? Oh, Cary Grant was born Archibald Leach. Yeah,
right.
you're gonna go far with that name.
Well, even Donovan Leach only called himself Donovan, you know.
Yeah.
He didn't want to be referred to as a leak.
Yeah. Not very flattering.
Well, kids, it's come to that time. We've got to put an end to this.
Now the time.
We've been on this going like for 3 hours.
Yeah.
It's time to save some hours for next show.
We'll be back to soup.
Yeah, so we'll come back on Thursday. There'll be more of this foolishness and
more soup for the poop.
Yeah.
yeah. So I was like, take care, everyone. Good night.
Bye.